estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated. You don't want a lot of people coming in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so that the sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747. Or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Mommy and Moana, together again.
Can I get a chee-hoo?
This Thanksgiving, if you can watch one movie,
Hey, you wanted to come this time.
make sure it's
Moana.
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 Moana. You might want to hold on.
Disney's Moana 2, rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Only in theaters November 27th. Tickets available now.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I don't know where these sounds are coming from. Everybody's on my nerves today. Everybody's on my nerves.
Are you going to sit there and just take it?
Let's get to it. Your Wednesday afternoon. Mason and Ireland right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What's up, people? So, we're expecting Coach Sean McVay to join us any minute. That's why we started Crosstalk a little bit, or started our show a little bit early. Last night, Lakers, John, 6-game winning streak, undefeated at home. Dalton Knecht has arrived as the headliner for Rookie of the Year after last night. What do you have, 9 3-pointers?
I have covered a lot of games at Staples Center, probably more Laker games than anyone.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget that for the rest of my life.
Really?
That was the only other person I've ever seen do that.
Right.
Get that hot.
Yeah.
And bring the whole crowd to its feet. And I mean, D'Lo had a game once where he had 9 threes.
Right.
There have been other people that have hit 9 threes. But he scored 21 straight points. They knew he was going to shoot.
Yep.
And they still couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
And it was staggering. We've always thought that if LeBron and AD could get a really, really good three-point threat,
yep.
a Klay Thompson, a Devin Booker,
yep.
that type, that it would be a huge weapon, and they may have absolutely fallen into it.
Yeah.
And as LeBron said after the game, the Lakers didn't find Dalton Knecht. 16 teams messed it up.
Screwed it up, exactly.
Because he was just sitting there, and he was the SEC Player of the Year.
Yep.
And I think there's this belief in the NBA among general managers that if a guy stays in school for 4 years, he must not be very good.
Correct, which is the opposite, right? Because we saw Kyle Kuzma 3 years. Now he's been in how many years?
What about
did he
Brandon
go?
Pajensky last year?
Exactly. How many years did Dalton Knecht? Was it 4 or 5? 4.
4. Two at a college in Colorado, and then 2 at Tennessee. He's
more mature. You arrive and you're more mature if you've spent a couple of years in college.
Yeah, and the thing that gives me real hope is that he's now done it twice.
Right.
He did it in a preseason game in Phoenix that nobody cared about, so nobody paid attention to it, where he scored 22 straight points and got super hot from three and had 35. Last night he had 37. James Worthy was careful how he worded this, and he said, I'm not saying Dalton Knecht is Larry Bird, but he shoots like Larry Bird. Bird did everything. He rebounded. He was an excellent passer. He was a great team leader. He said, when I see Dalton Knecht with his hands up high and how he shoots from in front of his face and over his head, he goes, that's what Larry Bird used to do, and we would be right on him.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't matter.
And absolutely no fear whatsoever. I mean, here's you think about it. I'm some 23-year-old kid. I wind up on the floor with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and somehow there's no intimidation, there's no fear.
Well,
he's not afraid to shoot. They want him to shoot.
After the game, I think you have this. Brian, you may need to play it. I'm not sure.
Which one is it?
It's Knecht was asked, when did you know that you were going to have a big night? And keep in mind, he had the first three he made the score 3-2. But listen to how confident this kid is.
At what point did you realize that you were in that state? Was it the first three, second three? At what point were you just like, yeah, I'm locked in?
The first shot. Every time I see one go in, I think the next one's always going in. Even if I miss it, I always have the confidence that my next shot's going in. My dad always told me that, so that's just my confidence.
I mean, that's exactly what you want. He's not scared. He doesn't care that he's a rookie. Anthony Davis said after the game, we get mad at him when he doesn't shoot. He goes, that's when you'll see us get on him. We don't care if he goes 0 for 20 because we know he can go 20 for 20. And it is they've got some decisions to make.
Didn't Rui just get Wally pipped?
I think
Knecht has got to be a starter now.
I don't think it matters who starts, but I think what matters is I want him on the court with LeBron and AD as much as possible for this reason.
But isn't the best way to have him on the court as long as possible with LeBron and AD is for him to start?
I agree.
Yeah.
I would start him.
Yeah.
Well, I told you the other day I didn't think they would even start him when Rui turned his ankle. I said, here's what I would do. I'd start Knecht. I don't think they'll do it. He's a rookie. They'll make him wait his turn. They don't. And there's a couple things that are helping that. One is JJ was a shooter like this. JJ made 9 threes in a game once. He knows what he's got.
Right.
I'm not sure Darvin, not to rip Darvin, but I'm not sure Darvin would have known what this is.
Right.
JJ knows exactly what this is. That's number one. And number two, to answer your question about whether or not Rui has been knocked out starting lineup, I think it's matchup driven. Rui is taller. He's a better defender.
Yes.
He's a better rebounder. And some nights the Lakers get their ass kicked rebounding.
Right.
Like bad. So if Jokic plays on Saturday, he hasn't played. He's missed 3 games in a row. He's having a personal issue. They won't say what it is.
Yeah.
But if he plays on Saturday, that would be a game where Rui's guarded Jokic before just to keep AD out of foul trouble.
Right.
That would be a night maybe when Rui would start. But I think as a rule, the reason I love Dalton Knecht out there with LeBron and AD is it's impossible to defend those 3 because you have to double LeBron and AD. If you don't, they'll just kill you.
Right.
All right, so if the double comes off of LeBron, Knecht's good moving without the ball. But then think about that. If you have Knecht and Austin and D'Lo, one of those 3 is going to be wide open.
Yeah.
And they all can shoot. And this is why the Lakers jumped a level last night. I know that these 6 games have been.
By the way, I think that's all a bunch of. I think this is a great. I think this team's got a chance to win 50 games. Yes, they beat bad teams, but what choice do you have but to beat them?
Well, here's the fun thing about this tomorrow night.
Yeah.
If Orlando beats the Clippers tonight, and Orlando's won 6 games in a row,
right?
You will have tomorrow night at Crypto the 2 teams with the longest winning streaks, active winning streaks in the NBA.
Yeah.
And 2 of the 3 teams that are undefeated at home.
Right.
You know, the Lakers just keep kind of quietly piling up these accolades. For example, they're 7-0 at home.
Yep.
First time that's happened since they did it in the bubble year when they were playing all those games in Florida, but then you'd have to go back to 2001. They're also 8-0 now in NBA Cup games.
Right.
And something weird happened last night. San Antonio beat Oklahoma City without Wemby.
Right.
And now every team in the Lakers pod has a loss except them.
Yeah.
So if they win Tuesday in
Vegas, baby.
If they win Tuesday in Phoenix and the day after Thanksgiving against Oklahoma City, they're in. They're into the final 8.
I lost my Vegas baby Vegas button.
Vegas baby Vegas.
Brian found it. There you go.
And so there's some now. I'm trying not to get ahead. I'm trying not to get over.
I'm
my
way
skis.
over enthusiastic about it.
I know they've been favored in all these games.
Yes,
but pay attention to the next 3. Orlando is a real team. We get them tomorrow.
No Paulo Banchero.
Yeah, but they've won 6 games in a row without him.
Yeah.
Franz Wagner is going to make the All-Star team.
Yes, he is. He can shoot.
And then Saturday, Denver, they own us.
Yep.
And then Tuesday.
But maybe no Jokic.
Well, think about this. So Tuesday, Phoenix. But think about this, where you're going.
Yep.
No Banchero Thursday. Maybe no Jokic Saturday. Maybe no KD on Tuesday. All 3 of those have been out for extended periods of time. So the Lakers may have caught a break here.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see if they can keep taking advantage of them. But LeBron, I remember talking to LeBron last year, and LeBron watches the tournament.
Yeah.
And he said last year, he goes, have you seen this kid Knecht play? And nobody believed him. So last night, they asked LeBron about it, like, did you know Knecht had this? And here's LeBron.
You know, everybody, on the internet call me a liar all the time. It's just I lie about it. So, what am I now? Ben said it. I watched him. I watched Tennessee a lot. I did not think he was going to fall to us. I thought it would be impossible. I have no idea how that happened, but very grateful and very happy that he's here. I knew exactly what he was getting when he fell to 17.
So a couple of things to think about here. The first reason he fell to 17 is what we talked about earlier, the fact that he was in college for 4 years, and somehow GMs and scouts have decided, well, if he can't get out of college before his senior year, he's not good enough to play in the NBA.
Right.
Wrong. Look at Jaime Jaquez. Look at Brandon Pajemski. Look at Dalton Knecht. It's just wrong. It's a false narrative. That's number one. Number 2, he's white. All right. Jason Capono used to say, if my last name was Kapanovich, I would be a top 5 draft pick. But there is this stigma that white American guys can't play in the NBA because very few since Larry Bird have been able to do it. Look at Pajemski. Look at Knecht. I mean, it's just not true. These are all old wives' tales that have somehow made their way into 2024. And Dalton Knecht, the Lakers feel very lucky to have him.
Yeah. And
they should. And if he is legitimately the third scorer that we've been looking for since LeBron and AD teamed up, over his since Rui went out,
right?
He's averaging 27 a game, shooting 61% from 3.
Yeah.
All right. If he's even close to that, the Lakers are going to jump a level. I think the Lakers could win the Pacific Division. They could beat Phoenix and Golden State.
Well, they are 1.5 game out of first right now.
Right. And
the West.
And they would be a top 4 team in the West,
right,
which they haven't been with LeBron except for the bubble year.
Yeah, they have not avoided the play-in except for the bubble year. Or no, did they play in the – did they have a play-in game at the bubble? No.
And
I don't know if they did.
No, they started that after the bubble.
Okay, got it.
But if you're not watching the Lakers, you should start because they're really fun.
Yep.
And JJ is really into it. And now this kid is, you know how lightning strikes when we get a young star in this town, whether it be Fernando or Kobe or, Anze Kopitar when he came along, or, and now we've got lightning in the bottle with Dalton Knecht, and let's see how long he can keep it up.
Absolutely.
I think it's either him or Jared McCain for Rookie of the Year. I think it's a 2-horse race. The kid in Philly.
I think you're right.
He's really good. But right now I think it's a coin flip between those two guys. And Laura, look this up. I'm not sure the Lakers have had a Rookie of the Year because I think Larry Bird was the Rookie of the Year in Magic's rookie season. I might be wrong about that. But if not, Kareem wasn't a rookie for the Lakers.
Right.
Kobe wasn't a Rookie of the Year because he didn't play very much. I don't think they've ever had one.
Nope.
No?
It says no?
No.
Yeah, so I think Knecht's got a legit chance, like a 50% chance to be Rookie of the Year.
Or L.A., no.
Yeah, like did somebody like Elgin Baylor?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the L.A. Lakers since 1960. So that's going 40 plus 24.
Right.
64 years. They've never had a Rookie of the Year. This kid could do it.
Are you sure Magic wasn't the Rookie of the Year?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but I think Larry Bird
According
was.
to this,
Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Magic Johnson, according to what I'm reading, were...
Look up, Laura, look up who was the Rookie of the Year in
79-80.
I thought Larry Bird was given Rookie of the Year, and then Magic won Finals MVP. Because remember, Magic had that incredible Finals. I thought that's how that went, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Larry Bird was it in 79?
Was
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
It's a 79-80.
Yeah, and Magic used that as motivation.
Right.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it's just a terrific start to the season. And the team, and they look better than they have in a few years, certainly since 2020.
And JJ holds them accountable, and this dynamic he has with Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan, who aren't afraid to tell him when he's screwing up.
Yep.
You know, JJ has told those two, hey, look, I'm going to make mistakes. Don't worry about my feelings. If you think I'm doing something stupid, tell me, and then I'll decide.
Yeah.
And it just works.
Yeah.
Everything's working. Connect's working. The defense is better. It is. LeBron and AD are not going to have to play as many minutes because these guys can play. There was stretches of the game last night where both LeBron and AD were on the bench together, which hasn't happened in 5 years.
Yeah.
So they've got a real chance to do something here.
So, interestingly, you just told me as we were starting the show, and we do expect Coach Sean McVay any minute here, that LeBron has revealed that he's taking a break from social media.
Right.
Now, was there a specific reason? Did he get like one tweet that really pissed him off and he said, that's it? I'm done with all social media?
I can't say that if I was him, I wouldn't do the same thing.
Okay, because
I get a lot of crap.
Right.
Imagine what he gets.
Right, but he is a worldwide brand.
Right.
That he needs to, that he should and does.
Well, taking
I
a
think
break,
the word is burnish. He burnishes his brand
taking
all
a
the
break
time.
is not the same as shutting it down.
Shutting it down.
I mean,
He's
he
not
might
deleting
be
his
back
account.
he might be back in a month. Maybe he's just doing it between now and Christmas. He wasn't specific. But it is, I mean, you and I talked about this the other day. A lot of people are jumping to Blue Sky. Some of that is political, but some of it is just, it's a cesspool on Twitter right now.
I tell you, I'm on both right now. I'm on both Twitter and Blue Sky. Blue Sky is definitely nicer. It's friendlier.
Well, and social media in general needs to be.
Yeah, I've yet to get a hate tweet on Blue Sky.
it's really
I'm sure
nice.
I'm getting one right now.
I'm about to say, now you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure. But you can
But
follow.
I mean, I'm sure they come at LeBron about everything.
Oh, well,
and now probably they're coming at him about Bronny, which is...
couple weeks ago, I think maybe last week, we had a story about LeBron revealing on Twitter that he had a dream. He was playing for Coach K.
And people said, liar.
It's like... But it was kind of rant. Do you think he really had that dream?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't immediately go to a keyboard and go, "You are a liar. Why do you do this?"
Yeah,
you know?
I don't understand that, but I think we should all make up dreams and tweet them out.
So
the dream we had, let's do a fake dream that we had last night that we can tweet out and say, this is what I really dreamed last night. So go ahead and make the weirdest dream possible. I'm looking at you, Brian.
I need to think about it. Give us a day. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow.
At some point between now and the start of tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow, made-up dream. Made-up dream. It's something to do. So, on top of that, by the way, I should mention, tonight the LA Kings are on 710 ESPN, and they are on a roll, John. I don't know if you know this or not.
I do not.
The Kings have been very, very good. The Kings are hosting Buffalo tonight. They're second to the Golden Knights in the Pacific Division. And so we've got that game for you tonight here on 710 in the all-new ESPN LA
It's weird.
app.
You put it best once. Well, you and I really aren't hockey fans.
No,
We're Kings fans.
Yeah.
So when they're good, we get in it.
Yeah.
Go, Kings, go!
I didn't hear from Berg. So they've got this cross-branding thing with the Hot Ones. And apparently they do the Hot Ones between periods at a Kings game. And I have volunteered to do this because I've never tasted anything that's too spicy.
Okay.
That's too hot.
Yeah,
Like
I could not do hot
I
ones.
can deal with spicy really well.
too.
So I've always thought, Sean Evans, I will kick your ass at the Hot Ones.
I don't think he'll be kicking anyone's ass on the hot ones.
But I still want to do it at the Kings, and Bergman said he was going to check. I've not heard.
I have
not
news
heard.
for you. Do you want me to tell you now or after the break?
Yeah, tell me after the break. And Coach Sean McVay is going to join us coming up, too. I know we've been promising it will happen. Mason and I are... Oh, hang on a second. Join the Travis and DeMarco Show this Friday from Legends Attic in Claremont for a live show from 9 to noon. You can go by, meet Steve Sachs, Steve Garvey, Oral Hershiser, Legends Attic, 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Go to legendsattic.com to get yourself a ticket for Friday, and make sure you get your photos and autographs with the guys. That's Friday at Legends Attic. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you are hiring, you probably know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. That's almost 2.5 months. So if you're hiring for a growing business, use ZipRecruiter. Right now you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. They got an algorithm that identifies people that are right for your roles and gets you those people quickly. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So go to that web address and start using ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Gear up and get out to Kelsey's at Pachanga, the top spot in the Temecula Valley to watch all the Monday Night Football action. Dozens of TVs means all your favorite games, plus a M&F food menu fit for the greatest fans. Sliders, loaded tater tots, pulled pork pizza, and a lot more. Plus, you'll find beers on tap and incredible craft cocktails at Kelsey's. Visit Pachanga.com and follow at Pachanga Casino on Instagram for info about special and exclusive NFL team appearances. We'll see you at Kelsey's at Pachanga.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL, realfathersrights.com/710, or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights, the Father's Rights Attorneys.
One 877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. Choose an Amazon locker or counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
FX's English teacher.
Every single one of these essays is so bad.
An F? What is this?
With grades like this, I'm gonna have to hit the corner, sir.
From executive producers of What We Do in the Shadows.
Who's running the school? Is it us or is it them?
Them.
Go sit next to Tiffany.
She told me it was offensive to learn Mandarin because you're not Japanese.
FX's English teacher is now streaming on Hulu. All new Mondays on FX.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Wait. Yeah. Well, so anyway, we're having a private conversation, kind of muttering a little bit, and so we're not going to have Sean McVay right now, but we're going to get him.
We're going to get him later, and we may have to move up Game of Games.
He's not going to play Game of Games?
No.
That would be unbelievable if Sean
Laura
McVay
did the
played
game. How hard's the game?
Super easy.
Super easy? Oh, God. Could you imagine if McVay played Game of Games with
if
us?
we're going to have him play Game of Games, we got to write a special game for him.
Special McVay game?
This is not a football game.
Oh, yeah.
All right, can I give you my news?
Yeah, give me the news. Bring it.
I am in the middle of sending an email to you and a guy named Matt Shelton.
Hey, Matt.
He replaced Lisa Estrada, and he's the director of game operations for the Lakers. Great guy.
Okay, cool.
Ran into him last night, and I said, hey, Matt, my radio partner, Steve Mason, wants to sing the national anthem at a South Bay Lakers game, and he wants to impress you and maybe work his way up. And Matt goes, done. Have him contact me. There's his contact info.
Oh, fantastic.
So look at this as an audition.
It's my comeback.
Yeah, I told him you would provide him a past example of you doing the anthem.
Oh, sure.
I told him you're respectfully mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to kill it, but I'm not going to kill it.
Tell him to contact me. We'll see if we can make it happen.
Yeah,
so
that's a good way to phrase it.
the ball is rolling.
I'm not going to kill it, but I'm going to kill it. That's pretty much the description.
Good enough.
I will be good enough. So, Ireland, I want to ask you about something.
Yeah.
NBA ratings are down.
I saw this.
NBA ratings through the first month of the season on ESPN are down 28%. The league is coming off a playoff season where they decreased over 12%. And overall, NBA viewing is down 45% from 2012. 45% from 2012. So what is... Now, by the way, Adam Silver came out and said, well, there was an election and the Dodgers and Yankees were in the World Series. That was sort of his thing. But down 45% since 2012 seems significant.
Right. What gets me to pound the table here quicker than anything else? 3 words.
No reviews.
Star-driven league.
Star-driven league. Okay.
All the stars were hurt and are hurt now.
But since 2012.
But, I mean, think about it. Think about the people that left. Tim Duncan left. Kobe Bryant left.
Right.
Shaquille O'Neal left.
Right.
But now they've got a whole bunch of new young stars that are coming up. The problem is they got to keep them on the court. And so I think they've never received more revenue than they're getting.
No, they're making
their
money.
Business
no question.
is huge.
Huge.
Ratings are going to go down across the board.
On everything.
Yep. I don't know if they'll go down 45%. But if I was Adam Silver, what I would be worried about would be, can I do anything? Maybe I can't. Maybe the answer is you just can't protect against injury.
Right.
But can I do anything to keep the stars featured?
Yep.
So we just went through this last segment. The Lakers are about to play the Orlando Magic without their biggest star, Paolo Banchero, out for weeks. Nikola Jokic hasn't played in a week. He's coming in Saturday night against Denver. Monday, we fly to Phoenix, and Tuesday, maybe no Kevin Durant. If you don't play your stars, if your biggest attraction, look at Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Caitlin Clark came along and the ratings went through the roof.
Yep.
When she doesn't play, they drop like a rock.
Right.
People want to see stars. And so I think we're in kind of a changing of the guard. LeBron James and Steph Curry are on their way out. They've got to develop young stars, and I think they're there. I think they have Luka, they have Wemby, they have Devin Booker.
Yep.
They have all sorts of these. Anthony Edwards.
Right.
Jason Tatum.
Yep.
They have Anthony Davis would be on that list. They have a group of stars, but they got to keep them on the court.
Yep.
And they got to play them, and they got to promote them.
Yep.
And I think those numbers will tick up.
So here's my theory, that people, especially Gen Z and younger, watch plays.
I agree
They
with
don't
you.
watch games. So the league this year has amassed 32 million video views across all NBA and NBA-related social media accounts, which is up 10%. And younger fans are basically saying, oh, I want to see that shot, and it comes up on Twitter. Or I want to see...
So here's an example of that.
Yeah.
Lisa, my wife, fell asleep early last night.
Yep.
Knew nothing about the Laker game. She woke up this morning. I go, I got to show you what happened. And I click on my smart TV.
Yep.
I click the YouTube button.
Sure.
And because I'm signed into YouTube,
Right.
they know my viewing habits.
Yeah.
And the first 8 links that pop up on YouTube where Dalton Knecht goes off against. And so I just pressed the first one, and she watched the whole thing in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You're right. Kids and younger people have shorter attention spans, and they tend to watch. This, by the way, Mace, is the end. This is we can have a broader conversation.
Yeah.
This is why people don't read newspapers anymore.
Oh, sure.
You know, people can get that information quickly and visually, and it's easier.
So here's what's great for the NBA. I mentioned the 32 billion views on social media. 50% of those are from people 25 or younger.
There you go.
So this Gen Z that's coming up, they are watching the NBA, but they're watching it, they're consuming it in a different way, in bite-sized pieces because there's no attention span.
People, I do this for a living, so I get to go watch these games every other night. And one thing I'll tell you is the talent level of the league has never been better.
Right.
Wemby makes plays, Victor Wembanyama in San Antonio, makes plays that no one has ever made before in the history of the league.
Right.
I think he can touch the top of the backboard.
Oh, he's just
he's an absolute athletic freak. LeBron at age 40, no one has ever done what he's doing.
No.
Anthony Davis guards all 5 positions, and he's 6'10". So the talent, Steph Curry's the greatest shooter the game has ever seen.
Right.
So the talent and the reasons to watch are all there. They just got to figure out how to monetize it, and I think they've done that. They've done a good job of, when they signed this new deal with Amazon and kicked TNT to the curb,
right?
They tripled their revenue.
Well, we mentioned that LeBron has taken a break from social media. NBA players, if you take all the NBA players and you add up all their followers, and you take MLB and their players and all their followers, there are twice as many followers for NBA players as there are for MLB players.
I think NBA probably has even more followers than NFL. They're kind of a league that lends itself to social media and quick highlights.
It does. It
does.
does.
If you're going to watch the Ram game and you only watch 5 plays and you see the highlights, you don't feel it like you watch the game. But if you watch Dalton Knecht make all those shots in the third quarter last night, you kind of get the idea of what happened.
Or like I saw a little clip on social media on Twitter that had all 9 of them in rapid succession. It's like, yeah, you feel like you consumed the game. And sure, younger people feel like, well, yeah, I know enough about the game because I saw the highlights.
Right. And there were times that game last night where he was making them mostly from the left center side of the court.
Yep.
And so Utah would keep pushing him out farther and farther, and it didn't matter.
No.
Like he was at 22 feet, then 24, then 26, then 28. And then finally they just said, well, okay, this guy's got Steph Curry range. We have to pick him up when he walks across half court.
Right.
And then they shut it off. They shut the faucet off. But it was incredible. And now teams are going to have to pick their poison. You either single cover LeBron and AD and run the risk of Dalton Knecht killing you, or you double team and pick your poison. So it's going to be – Orlando's got a great defense. So Thursday night's game, they played the Clippers tonight. They've held 6 opponents in a row to under 100 points.
Yeah.
And so if they do that again tonight for the Clippers, it'll be 7. It'll be the longest streak in 8 years. And I think that the Lakers, I don't think Dalton Knecht's going to get those looks against Orlando. But then will AD go for 40?
Right.
Will LeBron go off?
Right.
That's why this Lakers team is so fun to watch right now.
Sure. Coming up for you. Oh, let me first do this. It's rivalry week on 710.
Yeah, we haven't talked enough about this.
I know.
I know both these teams stink, but we used to make a really big deal out of the UCLA game.
Yeah, it's hard when they both stink.
They do, but it's still a good game.
I'm excited. I mean, I still think USC is going to beat them.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I think Jaden Ives looked really good in the Nebraska game. I think they'll win. I think, by the way, Lincoln Riley, he can't save the season, but what a difference it would make if he beats UCLA, keeps them out of a bowl game, beats Notre Dame, keeps them out of the college football playoff.
Yeah, it would go a long way. The reverse of that is dangerous.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about the reverse
Because
of
of that story we had earlier in the week that USC could finagle a way out of his buyout, and he loses to UCLA and loses to Notre Dame, he may get sick of it and walk away.
Yeah, we'll talk about that with Ryan Abraham in just a while. But on Saturday, from 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena, a special edition local pregame show for SC UCLA. We've got our two biggest stars at this event. John?
All right, can I guess?
Yeah. Two biggest stars.
The two biggest stars at this. Is this who I would think are stars, or do these people think they're stars?
Oh, they think they're stars.
Oh, well, one's Morales.
Correct.
And the other one's Cappy.
No. Bergman.
Oh, he doesn't think
he
he's
doesn't.
a star.
But he's
our most improved player.
He is. He's definitely our MIP. So they're broadcasting live from Roscoe's in Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Get ready for SC UCLA with us, and you can win tickets to the game at the Rose Bowl or USC Notre Dame tickets. Special thanks to Coors Light. Drink responsibly. Choose chill. See you Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena with Morales and Bergman. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go to the break. I'll tell you later.
Cool. Hey, if you're injured in any kind of accident, you got to immediately see a doctor, right? Get back on the road to recovery. But what happens if you call your doctor and they don't got an opening for a week or two? When you call Jacob, you know Jacob is going to handle every aspect of your case. That includes getting you a doctor's appointment, usually the same day with the doctor in your area. And the doctor doesn't get paid until the end of the case, so you don't have to pay a penny out of pocket to get the health care you need. So even if you're between jobs or you don't have health insurance, Jacob can immediately get you the medical attention that you deserve. By the way, if you want to come to Jacob's office, you can do that, or Jacob's team will come to you and meet with you face-to-face. When you call an attorney, you want one who is respected. Jacob and Ronnie is the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember...
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
And make sure you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice, prizes, and more. Jacob, a proud partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
Again, remember, super fancy restaurant. So I go in, and it's got one of those toilets, those fancy toilets, because it's a fancy place, where it opens up the lid for you.
Oh, wow.
Right? Well, here's the point of all of this. The name of the story is the hot toilet seat. I sit down right on it. I don't put toilet paper down. I don't put down. And when I sat down, gosh, this thing feels good. It's kind of warm. Wow, they've got like a heated toilet seat. The longer you sit on it,
you're sweating.
The hotter it gets. Today, I'll pull my pants down right now and show you guys. I have 4th-degree burns on both hamstrings and it's like a full-on red thing.
Now, if I stand behind you, so the camera doesn't, will you show me?
Here, switch.
It was just show me
then
a little
it got
bit.
a little hotter.
Show me.
Then
Don't turn towards the camera.
Then it got a little.
Let me just see a little bit.
Can you take a look? Can you see this?
Oh, that is
Can
red.
you see that?
Oh, that's red.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
I'm here with Dr. Monica Madden. And Monica, what's been your success rate with Invisalign? In most cases, does it get the result you were looking for from the beginning? Do you have to go back to the old braces, or tell me about that?
My success rate's probably a 98%. I would say. I know that sounds really high, maybe even egotistical, but a lot of it is case selection and treatment planning. So the truth about orthodontics, it's almost like Tetris. And then what you use to get there is secondary. Invisalign, braces, retainers, what have you. I'm actually on the advisory board of Align, which is a company that owns Invisalign. So I'm lucky in that I can give feedback and give advice on protocols to use for Invisalign treatment planning. And I have access to all of the latest and greatest early. So it's a really nice relationship, and it helps and benefits our patients tremendously.
Here's the number if you want to call Beverly Hills Ortho, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS, 877-753-8736, or on the web at beverlyhillsortho.com. Hey, John Ireland here. If you want to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property they want to get rid of, or maybe it's just time for a change. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer with no repairs needed, as they can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747, or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
FX presents American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez.
Football is all I got. Everything's okay when I'm playing ball.
You can't make mistakes, Aaron. People are watching you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Is there something that you want to tell me?
You don't know what kind of thoughts I have.
FX's American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. All new Tuesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
When you switch and save with Progressive, you could use that money towards golf lessons to become a scratch golfer. Progressive cannot guarantee that you will ever become a scratch golfer. Scratch golfers are really, really good. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds on average, and sure, you could put that money towards lessons, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn and think you're going to become a scratch golfer, you're delusional. Sorry, just telling it like it is. Savings? Maybe. Scratch golfer? Don't hold your breath. Switch and see if you could save at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance and Affiliates. Not available in all states. It's universally accepted that golf is hard. Progressive cannot guarantee improved performance on the course.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Luke was very early on that.
Luke was very early.
Yeah, sorry.
Disgusted before the wheel even spun.
Well, you know what? I think this is a tasty question for the wheel.
A tasty question.
I'm
okay.
excited for it. So I saw that Delta is stepping up their food game because they are going to be providing Shake Shack burgers on their flights. And this got me
that's
thinking.
a nice little cash cow for Shake Shack.
That is good.
So I want to know if, you guys fly a lot. I used to. I don't travel right now a lot. But, Brian, you're about to travel. If you can pick any restaurant/fast food that can be served at an airline, like at a Delta or whatever, you guys can pick, which would you pick? So what restaurant or fast food would you pick?
Does it have to be fast food, or can it be any restaurant?
I mean, Shake Shack's kind of fast food.
Make it
so
fast food. Because
Okay.
don't say Gus's.
Yeah,
I think you were
that's
going to
too
say
much.
Gus's.
No.
Oh,
I was going to say no.
Slay. Or
Oh, no, okay, that's even bougier.
Yeah, that stuff won't fly.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I would. I want like really good tacos, like from Tito's, or that's what I would go for. Somebody that makes great tacos. I'd want on the plane.
What's their slogan?
The only
best
thing better than a Tito's
taco
taco
is two. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that commercial all the time.
I can get you. I mean, they good, but
Yeah. I am going to go. Actually, they were just here. Once a week at my house, the cheap meal is Fresh Brothers.
Ooh,
Fresh
that's
Brothers
good.
would be a fantastic meal for a plane.
That's
Fresh
a good one.
And by the way, I just saw you sent this. Fresh Brothers is going nationwide now. They're starting to spread. They're building in Chicago now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the best thing about Fresh Brothers is their app.
Oh, it's
literally,
awesome.
you open it, you tap, order what you ordered the last time. It takes 5 seconds, and 30 minutes later, a pizza shows up at your house.
Yeah.
313, man, was good.
I'm trying to remember. Scott and Rambo were the guys that brought the pizza in a couple weeks ago. I hope they come back soon.
Yeah, bring it 313.
I hope they come back soon. Yeah, Fresh
Brian,
Brothers.
what are you going for?
Oh, this one's a no-brainer. In-N-Out.
Oh, right, come on. You
Easy.
took my pick.
Easy one. Let me smell the onions and the animal fries. Oh, easy.
I got to say this, though, maybe this is sacrilegious in Southern California, but I don't like their fries.
Don't say it.
I don't like their fries.
Do you don't like In-N-Out's fries?
I don't like In-N-Out's fries.
That's my favorite part of
No,
In-N-Out.
it's absolutely
I like their
the part-
fries better than McDonald's fries, and McDonald's fries
see
are
if
great.
see if you get they're too potatoey.
No, that's what I like about them.
I don't like real potatoey fries.
You want made up fries?
I want
You want fake fries?
little sticks of grease like I get from McDonald's. Not the big
Grease and
potato-y
salt.
thing. Yeah, grease and salt, man.
Ask for extra well done or well done.
Okay,
and
so they get
just
crispy?
Crunchy.
Yeah, they'll cook them differently for you.
Will they? Okay.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
you add I'm not big on the animal style fries anymore. I used to be, but I do love grilled onions. So I'll just get the fries extra crispy with grilled onions. Oh, so
Delicious. Is that what you want on the plane?
yeah, I want that.
Mm.
I want that.
Yeah.
I want that with a Brian,
Plain
you
food
took
is
it.
so bad.
Oh, yeah.
It is so
Yeah,
bad.
so all of our food is catered.
Oh,
when we
yeah,
find
I
it.
know.
See, that's
They bring it
different.
in from restaurants, and it's
That's so
fantastic.
different.
Yeah. Last time I flew, I was on a United flight, and I ordered the chicken wrap, and it was so friggin' soggy. It was like a soggy wrap. And I said, I'm not going to eat this. Can I get a? And they would not give me a refund.
What?
Yeah, they would not give me a refund.
Sucks.
So speaking
What's
of
in
food,
What's in the bag?
the pie.
Yeah.
Okay, so at 2:00 today,
Yes.
one of our listeners. Okay, there's a backstory to this. You weren't here, Mace, when this happened, or you would have been the one to make this bet.
Right.
But I stood up for your team. A listener of ours, David Bateman, called. He's a big Nebraska football fan.
Big Nebraska fan.
And he called. He said, this is Nebraska's year, and they're going to roll people. And I said, they're not even going to beat USC. And he said, they're going to beat USC at the Coliseum, and I'll bet you he and I both watched Dan Patrick on TV. And so he did the old Dan Patrick pie in the face.
Pie
bet.
in the face.
He said, I will bet you a pie in the face, Ireland. I want to put a pie right in your face when Nebraska beats USC at the Coliseum. I said, you're on.
There you go.
And then Nebraska, David got really unlucky. Nebraska, did you watch that SC?
Yes.
There were 3 plays where the ball took weird bounces.
Yeah.
First one was in the end zone. USC caught a touchdown when it bounced off the receiver's chest plate, then off the defender, then back to the receiver, touchdown. Then late with the game on the line, USC had like a 3rd and 8.
Yep.
And a Nebraska defender tips the ball in the air. Maeva throws it, tips the ball in the air, and a USC receiver reaches back and grabs the deflection for a first down.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the game, when Nebraska was trying to come back and win it, they had a ball go right off of an SC defender, looked like it was heading right for the Nebraska guy's hands, and he just went over the end of his fingers.
Well, that's the thing about Maeva is that he's a bit of a gambler. He had multiple near interceptions in that game.
So I went to buy a pie, and the first thing I went
what'd you get?
Was a banana cream
Oh,
pie.
delicious.
They are very delicious, but it looked too hard. I don't want to hurt this guy.
Oh, right, yeah, it's
like
not.
It had a very hard crust, and it had like a bunch of bananas on top of it.
Right,
and
right.
then I saw this.
Okay.
Lemon meringue.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's a beautiful
good.
lemon meringue
This
pie.
can't hurt him. It's going to make a friggin' mess.
Super sticky.
Lord,
And
we find a towel for this guy. In case.
I got a towel.
I think we got a
goodie
tarp.
bag.
Did I see a tarp
We
going
have
around
a
here?
tarp
Oh, we
to
have a
put it
tarp.
down.
Okay.
We are
so
going to be
we're ready
set.
for David, and we're going to do that like 2:00ish?
Yes.
Okay.
And his name is David Bateman.
Yeah.
Yep. And I have a
and
waiver.
he called on Sports Graffiti on Monday when you weren't here, and he's a really good sport. I think he gets it. So that's coming up at 2:00.
Excellent. Let's see. Let's want to do some sports graffiti?
Yeah, it's been
let's
good
do it.
lately.
Let's do her up.
877-710-ESPN. That works out to 877-710-3776. So you can cover all this stuff. We haven't heard a lot about the Juan Soto meeting. No details have leaked
no
out.
details.
But that, if you want to talk Dodgers, you can. You want to talk Rams? We had Sean McVay coming up later. Huge game for the Rams this Sunday.
Yeah,
gigantic
Sunday night.
Philadelphia at SoFi. By the way, are both of these Rams and Chargers games at SoFi?
Yeah, both. Chargers
the Harbaugh
are Monday.
Bowl is at SoFi?
Yeah, Rams Sunday, Chargers Sunday. I'm sorry, Sunday, Monday.
What an absolutely killer sports weekend. This is why October and November are so great.
Yep.
So think about this. Saturday, Lakers Nuggets at SoFi, or at Crypto.
Yep.
UCLA USC at the Rose Bowl. LAFC in the playoffs.
Against Seattle on Saturday night at BMO.
At BMO. So that's all 3 of those games on Saturday night. Then Sunday, you can watch any NFL game you want because the Rams are the standalone game on Sunday Night Football at 5:20.
Yeah. And
then Monday, Harbaugh Bowl, Chargers-Ravens, Monday night. I mean, that's as good of a sports weekend as you can ask for.
It's fantastic. So now's the time. And again, if it doesn't go well, it'll be gone. But people yesterday, at least while I was here, were very good.
And then they were good on Monday, too. And the lines are filling up. So there's still a couple open. 877-710-3776. That's the number.
What's LR?
Okay. So I started answering the calls for
Yes.
Sports Graffiti.
Okay.
And the first one, please don't be like this guy. He said, I have a great nickname for John so he can, for Knecht. And I said, oh, really? Okay. He's like, yeah. He's like, his name is Knecht.
Yep.
He's a number 4, so Knecht 4. Like, you remember the old game?
Of course.
And I'm like, dude, that's been out there.
It's been done for a while.
So,
yeah.
ESPN actually put a Knecht 4 board on the screen and dropped the checkers through.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
I like Knecht. Did you ever play Knecht 4?
Yeah. Rajon Rondo is like
I'm bringing the big one.
We went to a place where we had a gigantic Knecht 4. It was so much fun.
I asked my property manager. He said, as long as no one's going to miss it, I could bring it in because it's a big one. But I do have a little one.
Yeah.
All right, no, bring the big one in.
So we went to this place out in I can't think of it right now, but it was out in the high desert. And they had all these games. So they had Knecht 4, they had Jenga, they had pool, they had bocce ball, and I repeatedly beat one in every single one of those games over and over and over again. I was undefeated against one.
Here I have bring it on. Me against you in Knecht 4.
Knecht
Let's
4?
go.
Let's do it.
For the battle to the end of the earth.
Exactly. All right, your call's next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Still throwing it down.
Backdoor cut to LeBron and a thunder dunk. Beautiful pass, and LeBron slams it home.
Guess who's back? Still hitting big shot after big shot.
Three-pointer. Good again! Who is this guy? That's the oldest player in the league?
Live every thrill of LeBron and the Lake Show on 710 ESPN.
Still running the game, still. Collectors, Front Row Card Show is back at the Pasadena Convention Center on November 23rd and 24th. Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey cards, plus Pokemon, Marvel, Star Wars, and comic books. SGC and PSA will be there. So bring your cards, comics, and autographs to sell, trade, or get them graded. Hundreds of vendors, thousands of dollars in free prizes. Don't miss it. Front Row Card Show, Pasadena Convention Center, Saturday and Sunday, November 23rd and 24th, 11 to 5. For more info, go to frontrowcardshow.com. That's frontrowcardshow.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
Hey, it's Sedano. LA is the home of champions, so celebrate like a champion with Tequila Mandala. Award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila. Our friends at Tequila Mandala turning tequila fans into Tequila Mandala fanatics. Made from the finest mature agaves to bring you the perfect sipping tequila, from their Blanco to their flawless year extra añejo. Up your game with Tequila Mandala and experience the best award-winning premium tequila. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit tequilamandala.com for more details.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Hey, it's sports graffiti time. And that means it's all on you. No pressure. It's all on you. 877-710-ESPN. You got 15, 20, 25 seconds, something like that, to say whatever you want. It can be a question. It can be a hot take. It can be whatever you want on any of the stuff that we've talked about today.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
You want to do it?
I'll do it. Let's go to Christian. Christian, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go, Christian.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Two things. Is Dalton Knecht, is he a steal for the Lakers, or do you think the Lakers just got lucky drafting him at number 17?
Well, LeBron talked about this after the game, that you need the other 16 teams to cooperate.
Pass, exactly.
Yeah, so they did get lucky. I'm not going to deny that. But on the other hand, there's this narrative out there. Seth Davis, if you follow Seth on Twitter, and he's on a rant today about this. There is a narrative out there that if you play 4 years of college, that you're not good enough to play in the NBA, and it's just wrong.
Yeah.
Dalton Knecht is getting better, and he's 23.
Yeah.
So I think both is the answer to your question. Lakers got lucky, and they were smart.
Yeah. Let's go to Darren. Darren, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, how you doing? I'm calling about a comment that John made about Tito's Tacos.
Okay.
If you're interested, there's a place in Torrance called Tom's Tacos. It's on Torrance Boulevard in Anza, and they used to be affiliated with Tito's, and you cannot tell the difference.
Really? You can't tell the difference?
Give me the name of it again, Darren.
Tom's Tacos.
Okay, because I was in Torrance today. I went and saw Chris Ward
that's
today.
kind of your. Oh, did you really?
Yeah. All right, thanks, Darren. I'll check it out.
You got a good goodie bag?
No. I was out of gummies. I was out of sleep gummies, so I went to go see him.
Yeah. Let's go to Sean. Sean, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Sean.
Good afternoon. I just want to ask two questions. One, you guys think Jared McCain is the favorite to win Rookie of the Year right now? And also, how come nobody's giving Justin Herbert credit for MVP? He's carrying a bunch of, I don't want to say the weakest skill position, but they're not the greatest either. Thank you again. Have a great night.
That actually, the Justin Herbert for MVP thing is interesting. I don't think he's as big of a part of why the Chargers win as Lamar Jackson is in Baltimore or as Jared Goff is in Detroit. Or, so I think that's why.
They've got a loaded defense, and they lean on the running game an awful lot.
And Justin Herbert, Brian, as you know, is fantastic. But he's not throwing 50 times a game like some of these other dudes are.
Right, and he doesn't have the touchdown numbers as some of the Lamar, even Burrow. The touchdowns 3-4 a game. Started the year, he was only getting one a game.
And what was his other question? He has two questions.
Let's see. Herbert and
McCain.
McCain from Philly.
Statistically, Jared McCain from Philadelphia, who played at Duke last year, is the favorite for Rookie of the Year.
But look out.
But Dalton Knecht yesterday, Eric in Fountain Valley sent me this last night. Dalton Knecht was 7th or 8th, and now he's 2nd.
There you go.
In Vegas to the Rookie of the Year odds.
All right, let's go to Jane. Jane, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Jane.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Love you guys. You guys are the best. I'm a huge USC fan, and I wanted your take on what's going on at USC. Do you think Lincoln Riley is on the Green Mile with this latest?
Okay, Jane, it's a great question. It's a great question.
We're going to talk to Ryan Abraham about it coming up in 15 minutes.
Jane, I think he is not. I think that he's close to getting this right. All their games are competitive. Mace, you want him out.
I do. I'm really done.
Jane, do you want him out?
Oh, I'm sorry. I bailed
you
on
don't?
him.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting because that we would be that divided on
now,
this.
I do think, it will count. And he'll get points if he beats UCLA and Notre Dame.
Sure will.
Yeah, and that would
matter
make a
of fact,
huge
I think all
difference.
this talk of him leaving goes away if he wins those two games.
But otherwise, the buyout's just too damn big.
Unless that story was true from earlier in the week, that by him getting slapped on the wrist with probation, it violates his clause, not morals clause, but there's a probation clause in most contracts that would allow USC to not have to pay him.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, so that would be part of it too.
Let's go to RJ. RJ, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, RJ.
Hey, guys. Interestingly enough, I was 7 when I went to the LA Olympics in '84. I will be taking my son to the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, and he will be 7 years old.
Wow.
Just thought I'd share that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That is
That's
really
life
cool,
at full
man.
circle.
Yeah, it is a full circle moment.
All right, thanks, RJ.
That's awesome. I can't wait for the Olympics. I've said
that's going to be your swan song, or are you backing off that?
I'm backing off.
You know who else is like that? Dan Patrick. He says he's out in 25 or 26. He's out.
Oh, that's soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got at
But
least.
he said he announced like a year ago.
I got at least probably no more than 10 years left. Let's go to.
I'll guarantee you 10 days. How's that?
I think if I'm 70 and I'm still here doing this, please just do the humane thing. I will have stayed too long. Let's go to Alex. Alex, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, what's up, guys? Real quick, two things.
It was mentioned earlier in the week, I believe, that with the play of Dalton Knecht, that makes a player like D'Lo very tradable, which I agree.
Yep.
A player that I have in mind as well, with the play of Christian Coloco, does that make Jackson Hayes expendable or tradable? Because I'm a U of A alum, bear down. So I like Coloco. I think he could be good for this team. I believe he stretches the floor and can even shoot the three. And then last thing, screw USC, go Irish.
Okay. I would say,
Screw the
Alex,
Irish. The
that
team, not everybody who's
the
Irish.
emergence of Dalton Knecht gives you, the way I would answer it is, gives you way more possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you, particularly if you look at Knecht as a starter, which I think everybody does now,
Yep.
it opens up way more options for Rob Pelinka to move pieces around the board. So there
are multiple tradable contracts on this roster.
Correct, and there's nothing that's not great about Dalton Knecht hitting big, because it gives you more options on the court and off the court.
Let's go to Mitch. Mitch, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, Mitch.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for taking my call. Before I get to the lines, USC, I like the move. Mahaba, he looks good.
Yep.
I think we had a great game. All the wide receivers, they were able to get the ball. Some couldn't even get any targets because the main guys were having such a great game. And the running game was great. So I think we're going to win the next two. Spoil Notre Dame's season. And what about Amron St. Brown for MVP? The Lions having a great year.
St. Brown,
he's on my fantasy team.
It's hard to give it to a wide receiver.
Right, and if you did, you'd have to give it to Jamar Chase, whose stats are a little better than Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't think USC is going to beat Notre Dame. Do you? Notre Dame's 10-1.
If Northern Illinois can beat them, USC can beat them.
They've rolled everybody since.
Yeah, what is their schedule? Have they played anybody?
Well, Navy's good this year.
Yeah, Navy's good this year.
Yeah, Michigan State had a down year, right? Did they play them?
They beat Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M's not
They're
terrible.
not terrible. They lost to Northern Illinois. They beat Purdue, Miami of Ohio. They beat Louisville, and they were ranked. Stanford, terrible. Georgia Tech, not good. Navy, number 24. Florida State, and
Terrible.
Virginia.
Yeah, you're right. They don't have a signature win.
They kind of don't have a
and
big
USC
win.
wouldn't be that because
No.
USC already has 4 or 5 losses.
Exactly. So I say knock them out. Only because I like the name. Joob. Jube? Is it Jube? You're on Sports Graffiti, Jube?
How dare you?
Yeah.
It's Job.
Oh, I'm just reading the screen as it is.
Laura, you spelled Job Joob.
I did.
Oh, no.
You spell worse than Bergman.
Just 1-0. 1-0. This is Job.
This
Job.
is Job. Read the Bible, Laura Romo. How could you?
Do not.
Job, you're on Sports
go
Graffiti.
ahead.
Go ahead, Job.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's kind of a coincidence that the ratings in the NBA being down for these last few years coincides with most of LeBron's time in the league. Boom! How do you like that one?
He's the boom. How do you like that one, guy? By the way, you know you've made it on the show when you hear this.
Boom! How do you like that
There
one?
he is, yep.
Yeah, and I think he was wrong when he was talking about the Lakers. Like, that was a couple of years ago, and he was talking about the Lakers losing in the playoffs to Golden State.
Right,
and
right.
then the Lakers knocked him out in 4.
Exactly.
6.
All right, let's do one more. By the way, calls have been very good. Let's go to Diane. Diane, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi, Diane.
Hi, how are you? I just want to say that when Joe and John on the World Series were talking about how short the walls are in left and right field and New York Stadium, I've lost all respect for the home run hitters on the Yankees because Mookie and Shohei and Freddie would hit home, probably get 50 home runs if they were hitting in that stadium.
Well,
right.
What's weird is it's a short right
field porch,
but
right.
left field's normal,
Yeah,
right?
left field and center field is deep. It's a deep center field. It's a short right field, and it's a
you hear
standard
the word
left field.
cavernous when you hit it to left
But
center.
I mean, you can't hold. I mean, guys have been hitting the ball off the Green Monster for years and years. I mean,
I like the fact that every ballpark's not identical.
Yeah, they've all got their quirks.
Yeah.
So I don't hold them against them. All right, coming up next for you, is Dion telling the truth or is he just posturing? And reason number 1,000, I would never go on a cruise. We'll do that coming up next for you.
Fun.
No, my God, no. Hey, I am on Sleeper Picks every single day. This is my official fantasy sports app where you can win up to 100 times your money. Just pick at least 2 players. Take more or less in their stats. And Brian Cohen last night, I hit another winner.
Oh, you're on a roll.
It's a habit now. I had there are two that are cheats that I just like to throw in because they're easy. So LeBron double-double, AD double-double.
Money.
Those are gimmies. I had Austin Reeves more than 4.5 assists. I had Lauri Markkanen less than 35.5 points plus rebounds plus assists. And I have Yves Missi more than 7 rebounds. For some reason, I'm fixated on Yves Missi from New Orleans.
Hey, you find a winner, you got to keep him.
That paid me 8.25 times my money.
Oh, very nice.
Pretty good. So Sleeper is fun. You can get action on all the games you watch, so you can add to the excitement. Always fun to have action on the game. Download Sleeper today. They've got a limited time offer. Use code 710. They will match your deposit up to $1,500. Put in $1,500. Use code 710. You get $1,500 in credit. Bam. What are you looking for? Start winning on Sleeper Picks. It's the better way to play daily fantasy. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woo-hoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Hyundai Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Martin Lawrence, the Y'all Know What It Is tour. You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody following you.
Friday, December 6th at Crypto.com Arena. Tickets on sale now at AXS.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bust blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino. Located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
Harry Douglas here for Technique's new noise-canceling True Wireless AZ80 earbuds. Technique's has been revolutionizing the audio game for almost 60 years. With multi-point connection of up to 3 devices at the same time, the AZ80s lets you go from leading a meeting to listening to a podcast to taking a call seamlessly. Visit us.techniques.com/sports to shop for AZ80s now. That's us.technics.com/sports.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Rivalry week on 710 ESPN. Before we get to Ryan Abraham, I want to let you know that Saturday afternoon from 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena, there's a special edition local pregame show. Morales and Bergman hosting the USC Coors Light 710 pregame show. Live broadcast from Rocco's in Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Get ready for SC UCLA with Bergman and Morales, and you could win tickets to the game or USC Notre Dame tickets. Special thanks to Coors Light. Drink responsibly. Choose chill. See everybody Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena. Here he is. Nobody knows more about USC football than Ryan Abraham, USCfootball.com. Ryan, welcome. How are you, man?
I'm doing good, Mace. It's rivalry week, so I can't believe the season's like almost over, but it's always a fun one when USC gets to play UCLA.
All right, so Ryan, we were just talking about this. I don't know how good USC should feel about that Nebraska win. Of course, they should feel great that it's a win, but man, there were some weird bounces in that game. There were 3 different plays where the ball bounced USC's way. Once in the end zone, once on a big third down play, and one Nebraska one that would have led to their comeback and didn't get it. So after the game, were the coaches and the players, like, was it a typical win? Were they exuberant, or were they like, whoa, we dodged a bullet here?
You know, I think they were pretty happy. When you lose 4 or 5, you got to find a win however you can get one. And they've been pretty unlucky a lot of times in some of these games where bounces didn't go their way. So I think a lot of people felt like they were due for some good luck, and I think they had some in that game. But they've just not been able to get anything going away from the Coliseum. And in the Coliseum, they've had some things kind of go their way. It happened against Wisconsin. And I think early on against Penn State, and then you saw, Saturday against Nebraska. So I don't think they were hanging their heads at all, but I think they felt like they were due for a little bounces to go their way.
The one thing I'll say about Jaden Maiava is I said this earlier, he's kind of a gambler. I mean, he threw for 3, he ran for 1, but man, there were a lot of there were multiple near interceptions, right?
There were some near disasters there for sure. He had that pick 6 early on. I think his first 7 passes only completed 2 of them. But after that, he seemed to really settle down. And the one thing I like, he is like a gunslinger. If you think of like Brett Favre.
That's what I think of,
plays.
yeah.
Yeah, but he also led he's had the most interceptions of all time. I'm not saying Jaden Maiava is going to do that, but I think someone that does force the action. He is someone that's trying to get the ball down the field. He did it early and often in the Nebraska game. And I think as an aggressor, like if you're a poker player, you want to take the initiative, you want to be the aggressor, you could make plays sort of happen. I think he did that. There were some balls that weren't even intended for his intended receiver and end up being caught and making first down. So I think he's kind of forcing the action a little bit. One fumble, 1 interception, I think you can live with that. You just don't want to get much higher than that. If you do, it's going to be harder to win games. But I like his aggression where he's trying to force the ball down the field.
Talking to Ryan Abraham. Ryan, my sense is, and I'm a UCLA grad, my sense is USC is more talented than UCLA is this year, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the game. How do you think the Trojans match up with UCLA?
I think you're right on that one, but like UCLA has played well. They kind of had a clunker in Seattle on Friday night. They've made a lot of really critical mistakes, especially on the defensive side, allowing Washington to get first downs when they could have been off the field. But to go on the road and get a couple wins in the Big Ten, USC hasn't won a Big Ten road game yet. So I think that was really impressive. Deshaun Foster, there was a rough start there. They had a really tough schedule, playing Indiana and Oregon and all that. It was rough, but I think they've come and played well. And we'll see, kind of what happens in this one. I thought they'd be able to run the football this season, especially with Deshaun Foster as a head coach, but really bad at running the football. It kind of all goes through Garbers and what he's able to do. And I think the defense has played pretty well, losing D'Anton Lynn to USC. They're kind of keeping that same scheme, that 4-2-5, and it's been pretty effective. So I'm interested to see how this is. I think USC is probably a little more talented, but UCLA has played better, especially, they played better on the road than what we've seen USC play this season.
Let me ask you a little bit about recruiting. I was confused this weekend because first of all, Husan Longstreet from Centennial committed to USC on Saturday. Then on Sunday, Juju Lewis, decommitted from USC, and he's going to go play somewhere else. How were these things interrelated? In other words, did they get a commitment from Longstreet and then let Lewis go wherever he wanted, or did they have a sense Lewis wasn't going to ultimately be at USC, so they went Longstreet?
Yeah, I think it was the latter more than anything. Juju Lewis being out of Georgia, it's just not been. It was kind of a long distance relationship, but there wasn't that commitment there. He kept taking visits. He was going to Colorado a bunch. He was going to Indiana recently. Some rumors to go to Georgia, and he just wasn't that locked down. If you get a quarterback, a high-ranked quarterback in your recruiting class, you want them to be recruiting other players as well. And it was just kind of this soft commit for months and months. So it just seemed like the writing was on the wall that he wasn't going to end up at USC. And, Lincoln Riley, there's a lot of criticism for him. He's been great with quarterbacks. It's hard to find someone that's been better with quarterbacks than him. And having a local prospect in Longstreet who's just fits his system really well. If you watch what they do at Corona Centennial, I think it's going to fit what Lincoln Riley likes to do, and to be able to flip him from Texas A&M, who definitely has a lot of money on the NIL space, to come to USC. I think it was the right move for USC. So sort of the writing was on the wall. It just wasn't going to work out with Juju Lewis, unfortunately. So they kind of shifted, and I think it just happened to be the same weekend where one decommits and the commitment came through with Longstreet.
Projecting forward next, because I'm already in next year, Longstreet and Maeva compete for the job. Is it Longstreet's job? How do you view that?
Yeah, I mean, when every offseason, we just never know because anyone could go into the portal. We could see both Miller Moss and Jade Maeva go into the portal, and then you don't even know what to do. You have to bring in a transfer, plus you bring in a recruit in Longstreet. So my guess would be that it's going to be like a Maeva and Longstreet sort of, competition there, maybe in the spring, and then Miller Moss would transfer out somewhere else. Just the way this has kind of gone down. I never thought Miller Moss would transfer out, but getting replaced after 9 games, it was understandable if he was going to transfer before. I would guess he's going to do something now, unless something happens and, it just doesn't work out these last 2 games, and he's going to be back in the mix. But my guess would be, Mace, it's going to be your freshman coming in Longstreet, and then Maeva the transfer from UNLV.
Okay, Ryan, I saved this one for last because it's a weird one, and I'm not sure it's even real. But it's a story that we talked about that I'm sure you saw. A guy named Matt Hayes from USA Today wrote earlier this week that a series of sanctions levied against USC, those were those slap-on-the-wrist coaches sanctions that they got a couple of weeks ago, could possibly activate a clause in Lincoln Riley's contract that says you don't have to pay him all his $90 million. You don't have to pay him his full buyout because he has a clause that he's not allowed to get the school put on probation. Do you think there's anything to that, or is that just a sports writer speculating?
Yeah, that Mason's getting all excited.
I was like, there's hope. No hope.
No, I read the story. I didn't seem to have any, there's any teeth to it whatsoever. It just seems like speculative. The sources I've talked to at USC saying that this was not, he wasn't suspended for a game. This is not going to be a show cause kind of penalty from the NCAA. It would not allow him, USC to fire him for a cause and get out of the $90 million or whatever it is he's owed after that. So, it could be a piece if there was other sanctions or something that came down on Lincoln Riley. It could be a part of that. But from everything I've been told, there's just nothing. There's not enough there. If you really wanted to fire him, this would not be the basis to fire him for cause, where if you want to get rid of him, you're still going to have to pay that $90 million.
Now,
sorry, Mace.
But Ryan, weigh in on this too. Mason and I think that Lincoln Riley's actually kind of getting close. All these games are competitive. Mace hates this, but Mason would like him out.
Yes.
Are more USC fans with me or with Mace? Are fans calling for Lincoln Riley's head?
There are. It's kind of split. There's a lot of people that are just like, hey, you got to give him some time, and but there's a lot of people that believe, are in the Mace camp where they're just like, hey, this has run its course. It's not going to work. But I think if you're a USC fan, the administration really has no choice. If they wanted to fire him, and I don't think they do, but if they wanted to, there's just no way to do it unless someone's going to drop like a $90 million check on their door and say, here you go, go in another direction. So I think the best thing, the athletic department is just going to try to do whatever they can to make him successful. And I think that's why they've put a lot more beef behind their NIL program and trying to bump
By
up
the way, hang
recruiting
on one second. Have they bumped up their NIL program?
Yeah,
Because they
Ryan-
haven't really been competitive in that area.
Ryan, I'm a UCLA grad. I don't even know what an NIL program is.
Yeah, I think the money's there. I think they would really like to hire a general manager. We talked about this before. I think that's a really important aspect of this because you have to manage a salary cap going forward, and you have to have a return on investment knowing, hey, we spent this much money on a player. If he didn't perform, what went wrong? Whose decision was that?
Yeah.
So I think it's more than just money. They have money. There's money there. They're not Oregon money, but they got decent money. It's just how are you utilizing? I think that's where USC's sort of trying to figure this out. It's a whole new world, right, in the recruiting world. So USC's been a little behind on it. They're trying to figure that out now.
All right. Well, go SC Saturday night at the Rose Bowl. I am excited for it. I said this. It doesn't save the season, but it does really change the season if USC was able to beat UCLA and Notre Dame back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, the rivalry games matter. Like, that still is important. And, yes, you'd be bowl eligible. If you go to the Gronk Bowl or something, I don't think anyone's going to be doing backflips. But you'll remember beating UCLA and Notre Dame in the same season. It doesn't happen all the time, but starts on Saturday night. It's going to be a late one, man. We're getting out of there
I
pretty
know.
late. But it should be fun, yeah.
It's a big-time game when it happens at, like,
10:30 Eastern.
10:30 Eastern, exactly. Hey, Ryan, thanks for coming on, man, as always.
All right, thanks for having me.
Okay, there's Ryan Abraham, USCFootball.com. All right, coming up next, John.
Oh, is Max coming on?
Oh, yeah. Max Brios from LAFC is going to join us. LAFC versus Seattle Saturday night in the conference semifinals at BMO Stadium. We'll dig into that with Max next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, let's talk about your smile and how to get you a brighter, healthier smile. Beverly Hills Orthodontics, my friend Dr. Monica Madden, is a top 1% Diamond Invisalign provider. Your smile is in expert hands. And they have 4 locations, so you have no excuse. Beverly Hills, Studio City, Alhambra, and downtown L.A. She's got a great team. You can check her out today at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com or call 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736. Monica is passionate about fixing people's teeth. This is just what she does, and she's very, very good at it. So she knows it can be expensive, and she wanted to offer you guys a deal. Right now, here's the deal. Very special offer for the ESPN LA listeners. For the first 5 people who register now, you get $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. $1,000 off. So if you're even thinking about doing something with your teeth, you got to register for this contest. It's like handing you $1,000. So here's how you do it. You can go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE, SMILE, and you're eligible for this contest. Or if you're not in front of a computer or you don't have your phone, you can call the office, 877-753-8736. 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS, and use the code SMILE and tell them you heard it on ESPN. Good luck from Monica Madden and Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Don't miss Travis and DeMarco.
It's T-Raj and D-Far.
How'd you know? This is my workout song.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino. Listen to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack. VIP tailgate passes plus game day tickets. Listen to your cue to call and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day experience. Park Party and Play with me at Hollywood Park Casino. Must be 21 and older to enter.
With special guest, Rev Run. Tickets on sale now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Live.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and let me talk to you about this issue of dealing with your homeowner's insurance. So your home floods, right? You have a big giant flood at your house, and you realize that the insurance adjuster is trying to pay you so little that you won't be able to repair the damage. That is when you call Avner Gatt. Avner Gatt is a public insurance adjuster who is on your side. Look, you can try and negotiate with the insurance company yourself. I've tried. You're going to find out very quickly it is not that simple. Avner Gatt and his team negotiate on your behalf to make sure you're getting the best possible outcome, not the insurance company. He and his team have been dealing with insurance companies for so many years. It's all they do. They've got the experience. They've got the industry know-how that you need on your side. Now, some of these folks used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team, and Avner Gatt himself has 20 years of experience in this industry. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional, licensed public adjusters in California, and yes, the size is important. Avner has a unique winning recipe for handling homeowners' insurance claims. No one, and I mean no one, messes around with Avner Gatt and his team. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256, or visit AvnerGatt.com. That's AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. You call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Avner takes the call himself. Hello!
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
It's game time.
So LAFC, Saturday night, BMO Stadium, conference semifinals. And joining us right now is Max Britos. Max, thanks for coming on. How you doing, man?
Steve, doing great. Great to be with you guys.
Now, you are on Apple Plus a lot, or Apple TV Plus, right?
Yeah.
Now, does that...
some Ted Lasso or some Shrinking, and then, of course, my MLS season pass.
Do you know Jason Sudeikis? Do you know Jennifer Aniston from The Morning Show? Do you know Reese Witherspoon? Do you guys ever all get together for any reason?
No, but I know of them.
Know of
and,
them?
that's about as far as that's as far as it goes. But hey, we're all in the same boat together with this Apple TV thing. So I'm sure when I'm promoting their shows here with you guys, they're promoting the big LAFC Sounders game and the MLS Cup playoffs as well. It's a big happy family.
So Max, we were talking about this weekend as just a general sports weekend in LA. And I think it might be the best weekend in 10 years. So think about this. Saturday night, USC, UCLA, you guys, LAFC, Lakers, Nuggets at Crypto, all at the same time. Then on Sunday, Eagles at Rams on NBC Sunday Night Football. And on Monday, the Harbaugh Bowl. You got Baltimore at the Chargers.
Both at SoFi, yeah.
All happening in LA, all happening within a 5-mile radius of each other. Can you remember a sports weekend that nuts?
Well, I would say no, but I mean, this city continues to bear so much fruit. I mean, I moved here in 1996, and, when I moved here, everyone said it's not a big sports town. And I'm like, okay, man, could they never be more wrong? Not only is it a big sports town, it might be a sports town. All due respect to the folks on the East Coast, because no one has that volume. From pros to colleges to high schools, it is all huge. So the only reason I would have pause to not say it's the biggest is because somehow the Dodgers aren't involved. I don't know if they could have a charity game, but because of what they just went through.
Right.
Well, Mookie will be at one of those.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that. So I think if they're not participating, it cannot make it complete.
That's
but
fair.
Otherwise, that's amazing.
Did you go? You didn't go to the Dodger parade, did you?
I did not.
Oh.
I was on the other side of town, but I was tempted.
It was so good.
I should have gone to game 1 too, and I blew that.
Yeah,
I
no! You blew game 1. I was at game 1. It's one of the best things I've ever seen. One of the best games I've ever been
I know.
at. Yeah, it was crazy.
It was a long shot, but I needed to do a couple more requests, and I didn't go all the way through. But in hindsight, I should have tried a little harder.
Yeah. So let me ask you about LAFC. Saturday night, BMO Stadium. Now, this is the conference semifinal, and everybody says that we are. It looks like El Tráfico for the conference final. Everybody's anticipating that. Is there any chance that LAFC is going to look past Seattle?
There's no way they would look past Seattle. Seattle is really the team that when LAFC came in the league in 2018 is one of those clubs you emulate. because they were so successful. They've won every trophy you can win. They are so well supported. They draw 35,000 up there at Lumen Field on a regular basis. And, they have an incredible academy of players, so they're always rebuilding their roster. So I don't think LAFC would overlook the Sounders because great coach. It's a really interesting matchup because they've played 4 times this year in multiple competitions, and LAFC has won each of them, which I think would make Seattle angry and a very dangerous team. But I think LAFC looks at it as a game that they have just an upper hand. It's a good matchup for them. There's good matchups in sports. There's bad matchups. This is a good matchup for LAFC, and the fact that it's at BMO Stadium gives them a big boost because LAFC worked really hard to get that number 1 seed. And if things fall into place, because Messi and Inter Miami are out on the other end, they could stay at home all the way through.
Wow.
One step at a time, though. They can't overlook Seattle. And then you could have this titanic matchup the following week. We shall see.
Max, it might. It's not a lock, but it might rain Saturday night. If it does that favor one team or the other?
Well, not to look at it too on the superficially. Seattle, obviously, from where they come from,
true.
deal with a lot of rain.
That's why I asked. Yeah, I thought, and if LAFC's the better team, it's never good. Rain's kind of an equalizer, but it's only a 50% chance. It may not
there's
happen.
a 50% chance it won't rain.
Yeah, exactly. But
wait a minute. When is the last time it rained? Someone told me it hasn't rained since a proper rain.
We had a
it hasn't
big
rained
one.
since Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, but
is it all the way back then?
But they say it's coming this weekend. It's just a matter of when it gets here. It might get here Saturday night. It might get here Sunday morning. It might get here Sunday night. Have they played?
I don't think it favors either one of them. I don't think it favors. Because sorry to interrupt you, John, but because I don't think it's been raining in Seattle. It's just been dry everywhere.
Right. The only thing that made me think of is fairly recently, it might have been 2 years ago, or maybe last year. I can't remember. Didn't they have to play a game in Columbus and the weather was just brutal and it was slop and it just didn't help? Am I remembering that correctly?
It was MLS Cup last year, so the final last year was a bit. It was definitely slick, but it rained a lot, but that field held up, so it was okay. I don't think it helped LAFC. I think the bigger issue, they ran into a really good team in a very difficult scenario at their place.
So here's the deal: will they play Columbus again, or is Columbus out?
Columbus is out. Inter Miami and Columbus were the top 2 teams in MLS. They're both out.
Both out. Okay. So that means all the higher seeds or the lower seeds are on the other bracket, so it could be a home game all the way through. This would be their 3rd straight Cup appearance, right?
Correct. They're actually the only team currently to make 3 conference semis in a row. So they're already in rarefied air. They would be the same if they make a conference final and then an MLS Cup. And if MLS Cup would have been in Miami or Columbus, if they were still in it, LAFC would have had to try. I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse here, but because those teams are out, LAFC has hosting privileges. I'll put it that way. So there's a lot to do it, and they were able to obtain that like the final weekend of the season. So they've done their homework. I mean, they've done everything the right way, and now they got now the path is open. They just got to run through there.
All right, Max, if LAFC wins Saturday, they would play the conference final a week from Saturday?
Correct. I believe it's Saturday. I should know this, but I believe it is Saturday.
Because I'm going. If they win this week, I'm going to be in the 32-52 for a game against what might be the Galaxy.
Do not. If it's LAFC Galaxy, even if it's LAFC Minnesota United, you definitely want to be there. This is. I mean, it's been a charmed life for LAFC. Steve Cherundolo and the coaching staff have done such a good job. They make final after final. So, but LAFC Galaxy is going to be an LA event. That's like Neil Diamond playing the Hollywood Bowl. That's, that is like the Dodgers game 1. It's going to be an LA event. I mean, so many people are connected in one way or the other to these 2 clubs. So we've had some big matchups between these 2 in the El Tráfico or whatever we call it.
Yep.
But never like this. This just basically the top 2 teams left in MLS. It would be an impromptu MLS Cup before the MLS Cup. but it would be the biggest. I mean, you could put it up there as one of the biggest, top three, if not the biggest, MLS fixture of any level. It's going to be huge.
So
if we get there.
This is great news. Tomorrow it is LAFC playoff ticket Thursday all day. People got a chance to win tickets to see LAFC Seattle on Saturday night at BMO Stadium. So make sure you're here tomorrow if you're an LAFC fan. Hey, Max, great talking to you. Thanks a lot for coming on. We'll get you on next week before, I don't want to jinx it.
Between us, Steve and John, always great to talk with you and appreciate all your support for the club and for the sport here in LA.
Thanks,
you guys
Max.
are the best.
Have a great
Max.
day, man.
Appreciate it, man.
See you.
All right, coming up next for you, you're going to do some What's Up, Fool? Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, and it helps protect the planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
Whether you need a big stop late in the game.
Edwards downloaded DiVincenzo, blocked by Davison.
Hey, football fans, there is nothing sweeter than a cold glass of Stella Rosa and watching your team compete. But Stella Rosa wants to make it even sweeter and hook you up with the chance to win an experience to the biggest game of the college football season. You could win 2 tickets to the game, airfare, and a hotel for you and a friend. Head over to ESPNLADreamTicket.com to enter the Dream Ticket Sweepstakes presented by Stella Rosa, America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling wine. Please celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Jay want me to be the hub, and but my job remains the same, to come out and be aggressive and let the team feed off of that.
LeBron's got it. Full head of steam. LeBron to AD. Slam dunk.
Catch every thrill from AD and the Lake Show this season.
Right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Miss the good old days when everything was more affordable? Well, Kia of Carson is bringing them back. Black Friday deals are here all month long. This is your chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Or you can enjoy deals on classics like the rugged Telluride, the sporty K5, and the all-new K4 sedan. Whatever you need, Kia of Carson most likely will have it in stock as one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country. Head over now or online at KiaofCarson.com. Hurry in for best selection.
FX's Grotesquerie.
This killer is someone who knows anatomy.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Detective, you have an entire family murdered.
Niecy Nash Betts.
The monster is out here!
Courtney B. Vance.
God knows what darkness we let in.
And Travis Kelsey.
There's no future after this.
FX's Grotesquerie. All new Wednesdays on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Thank you, Brian Cranston. All right, guys, so I saw a press release from McDonald's saying that the McRib actually will be back.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not.
What do you mean, ugh? What is with you today?
I hate the McRib sandwich.
The McRib is an American treasure.
Oh, my God, it is so bad. It's
you
like
don't like In-N-Out
it's
fries.
like-
You don't like the McRib.
It's
Who
like
are you?
it's like
Scrooge McDuck.
It's like pork
Rubbery.
meat they stick into
Exactly.
a mold to make it look like ribs. It's not.
Exactly.
There are no ribs in McRibs.
Ah, details,
Rib meat.
details.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think the McRibs are
So-
terrible.
Brian, you with me on the McRib?
Oh, I'm with you.
Have you
I'll
ever
have it.
I'm going to send you a YouTube video of how they.
Oh.
Then
no.
you will
Not
never
watch
eat
that.
one
If you
again.
do that, I'm sending you a YouTube video
sending you-
about hot dogs.
Oh.
Oh,
Ruin your
God.
experience. All right, what's your question,
Okay,
Laura?
so I'm glad. I did not know there was hot takes here. So the McRib is back, but not just that. McDonald's is also selling the infamous McRib sauce. So in certain restaurants, you're going to be able to buy the sauce. And I can tell where you land, Mason, and where you are, Ireland. But if you guys would be able to buy this, if we have one of the participating McDonald's, would you guys buy that gigantic, gulp of McRib sauce?
You could never have too much rib sauce. That's what I say. Bring it on.
Isn't it just barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Barbecue.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
It's
barbecue
supposed
sauce.
to be different, but I worked at McDonald's. I don't think it is.
Well, it's because they stick it on that gross.
You worked at
pork
McDonald's? Did you
mold
work with
thing.
Kamala?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. She might be slightly older than I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
just checking.
You know, just slightly. Yeah. The shake machine is not always broken, people.
You just don't like doing them.
Yeah. That and ice cream.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Obviously, some people like the McRib. I still think if
Briones?
you watch the video, Briones does. If you watch the video, you'll never even think about ordering a McRib.
I liked it when it first came out, and then after I was like, I'm done. It's not good. It's not
Yes.
What's up, food?
All right, guys, speaking of food, one of those national days, National Stuffing Day is upon us.
Oh, stuffing.
I know, right, we're about a week away from Thanksgiving or 2
Yeah.
weeks.
So today is National Stuffing Day?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, to me, it's one of those overrated Thanksgiving items. I'm not the biggest guy on
What?
stuffing. If I could cut one item, it would be the stuffing.
would be the stuffing?
You know what I would cut? Sweet potatoes.
Oh,
I can't with you,
That's
Brian.
my question to you. Yeah.
I love.
No, I like stuffing it. Why is the stuffing you've had in the past too dry?
Yes, it's always too
Okay,
dry. I don't know if I'm getting
I
the wrong
got you.
stuff, but
No, if the stuffing is made correctly, it's really good.
Yeah.
My
Laura?
stuffing is amazing.
Do you
Yeah.
put stuffing inside the bird?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
You have to, right?
That's when it gets nice.
So,
and
Brian, are you
soggy.
doing stuffing outside the bird? That's
yeah.
when it gets
Oh,
dry.
That's
box
terrible.
stuffing or whatever?
Yeah. By the way, we used
They
to have
stick it inside the turkey when you cook it.
We used to have chestnut stuffing.
Really?
Did you ever have chestnut stuffing?
I don't think so.
That was a back east thing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then
Never
cornbread stuffing. I had down
That
south.
sounds
one
good.
That's
time.
a good one.
Cornbread
Yeah.
stuffing is delicious also. You're missing out on stuffing. It is
All right,
actually delicious.
Somebody that works here that has really good stuffing, throw it in a Tupperware container for,
I got
for
you.
Brian, because
Yeah.
I think
All
that
right.
you haven't had who's ever buying your stuffing is probably doing stovetop at the Ralph's,
Mom.
and they're not doing.
Sorry,
Mom. Oh, no.
Mom
You're
has-
complaining
she has
about...
she has a full dinner to prepare.
You're
She has to
complaining
cut
about your
corners
mom's
somewhere.
stuffing on the radio?
How dare you?
Wow.
Wow, Brian, for that, you should cut your
Mom
hair.
Cohen is not happy.
What's up, Fu? All right, I'm also going here with the National Day. It's National Gingerbread Cookie Day.
I love gingerbread.
And I used to be a fan when I was like 5 of gingerbread cookies. No longer my fave, but I want to know, what is your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chip. You can never go wrong with a
basic.
good chocolate chip cookie.
I am all about a peanut butter cookie.
Oven baked though is a key. There.
Oh,
No Chips Ahoy.
My
Give me an
mom,
oven-baked
my mom makes
chocolate chip cookie.
these peanut butter cookies. They're kind of like smaller, and then she sticks a Hershey's chocolate kiss on top of it. I'm like, yeah, that is peanut butter and chocolate. You can never go wrong.
so where are you? Everybody knows I
Isn't
work
there a
somewhere
name
else.
for that cookie? Peanut butter with a chocolate kiss. It's a
Is there a name for it?
yeah.
think
There's a
there
name
is.
for it that I don't know.
Oh,
what-
the other one. Do you have like butter balls? Do you ever have butter balls? They're literally made of butter.
Oh,
they are
God.
so good.
No.
There is so much butter in
It's
a
like,
butter
what
ball.
is a
They're
butter
delicious.
ball?
You never had a butter ball? I'm telling you, I'm going to get all my mom's Christmas cookies and bring them in. She does a good job.
Oh.
What about pizzelles? You ever have pizzelles?
No.
These are like the waffly kind of things where you take the waffle maker and you turn it into a cookie. Never seen those? I'm bringing those too.
I
You'll
just
love
know
them.
like the waffle ones that you buy at the store, the butter cookie. but
Oh my
no.
God! I'm watching a video right now of how they make a McRib. Oh, disgusting!
Oh, God.
Disgusting.
Keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
Gross.
Now, it says here those are called peanut butter blossoms, but I don't. That's not what I was thinking.
The
I
word
think-
blossom was
Yeah.
not used. At
Have
my
you guys
house.
had the stuffed chocolate chip Oreo cookie?
No.
No.
So
Bring them on.
No, they're
How do
they're
they
too much.
work?
So they literally they're oven baked chocolate chip cookies, and then you put in an Oreo in it, and then you bake it. It's like it's a lot.
It sounds
It's
good
not that
though.
great. Sorry.
Oh, it's not that
No,
great.
no.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, not great.
Okay.
What's up, Fu?
I guess so. I saw John sent this the other day, and I had a little question for you guys. So Thanksgiving's going to have a couple of games. It's always a classic. You know, Lions play at Thanksgiving. The Cowboys play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And now with the Cowboys, Dak Prescott is going to be Cooper Rush, and they're playing the
Tommy
Giants.
DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets, yeah.
Oh boy.
How bad of a game is this going to be on
All right,
Thanksgiving
I'm
Day?
going to make an admission. I don't pay very much attention to them, but I'm going to watch those games no matter what. I've watched more bad Lions games on Thanksgiving than I can remember. But it's not like I'm not going to watch the game because it's Cooper Rush against Tommy DeVito. I'm not turning it. Maybe on a Sunday, but when it's the only thing on and you got a bunch of family around your house, give me the NFL. I don't care who's playing quarterback. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's the NFL. It's Thanksgiving Day. It's always on. It's a tradition to watch football on Thanksgiving. And you know what? I guess it'd be kind of fun to watch Tommy DeVito, who seems to
And
play
his
the game
agent.
with such gusto.
Yeah.
Go, Tommy. Yeah, that's what I say.
I wanna watch the
I'll be watching.
disaster.
And who are the Lions playing? Whoever,
not sure.
whoever it is, they will demolish. them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Lions
are finally good.
So friggin' good.
And one more caveat on the Cowboys. So they're going to be playing the Monday night game, the Bart Simpson simulcast.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And apparently they tried flexing the game out, but because it is the simulcast with the animations, they were unable to do so.
Right. And so now we've got this dog with
Right.
fleas game between the Cowboys and the Bengals because of the Simpsons
But
promotion.
couldn't it be? I think they can complain about the game, right? Can't Bart and
Oh, they
Homer?
could. That could be a good
they
one.
can complain about how bad the game
I think it
is.
sounds like they've already done most of the artwork
Yeah,
for
animation
it.
and stuff,
And,
yeah.
and so I don't know if that's still in play, but I saw that too. Yeah.
What's up, Fu? All right, guys. So, Draymond Green does it again. He was called for a flagrant 1 because he tripped Zach Edey on Friday's game. So, I saw the foul, and I'm like, dude, this guy's a big guy. You could have easily hurt him. And people like Kendrick Perkins are saying that Draymond should be suspended, for this, and because he continues to do this. What do you guys think about Draymond possibly I don't think he's been suspended. I don't think he's going to be. But because of his
this, he hasn't been suspended. But
Yeah.
he's been suspended in the
before,
past for
but
a lot of this stuff. Draymond's the most physical player in the league. He gets the most technicals.
He's the dirtiest player in the league.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it dirty or physical?
So I would have to see the play.
This is the the Zach Edey play. Yeah,
But my tendency is to not suspend him. There are hard fouls in the NBA all the time. I mean, unless are you watching the play? Does it look like he is intending to hurt him?
I am watching how they make a McRib.
You winced, and I thought you were looking at the play, and you
Me
were looking at the
too.
McRib.
I was like, it
can
wasn't
only
that
see
bad.
Mason's face. He's looking into his computer, and I thought he winced. I go, oh,
Yeah.
maybe this is a really
Yeah,
hard foul,
no.
and you're watching a stupid McRib
Yeah,
video.
McRib. Yeah.
He's still in the McRib.
I just they so gross me out.
I'm glad I
I'm
didn't bring
debating
one.
whether or not I'm not going to retweet this.
No,
Thank
please
you.
don't.
Yeah, no.
Please
Why
don't.
don't ruin our fun? Don't be the enemy of fun.
So the play is Draymond Green. I saw it. I'm trying to remember.
So he tripped him, and because they're saying like Zach Edey is a big guy and it's the
he's
Achilles.
7'4",
yeah,
Zach Edey.
and he's a big. He probably weighs a good amount, so he could have easily hurt.
Oh
him
yeah, he probably weighs
season-
300
yeah,
pounds.
It could have been season ending.
Sure. All right.
What's that food?
That's
I
what
got
you
one
get
more
with
for you
Draymond
guys.
Green.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I got one more for you. So,
Okay.
as we know, the Aaron Rodgers carousel, the circus keeps going round and round, and the Jets made another front office decision yesterday, fired GM Joe Douglas. And when I ask you guys now to think about Aaron Rodgers' legacy, are you going to think about his last couple years here in New York kind of going downhill, or do you still think of him as the 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champion? Or where does his legacy
All right,
stand
let
now?
me let you in on a little sports secret. Hall of Fame caliber players cannot ruin their legacy by what they do at the end. Do you even know where Akeem Olajuwon ended his career?
I do not.
Toronto.
I have no clue.
Did you know where Patrick Ewing ended his career?
Do not.
Seattle. Okay. Emmitt Smith, you know where he ended?
Do not.
Arizona.
Steve Carlton, you know where he ended?
Everywhere.
Minnesota Twins, long reliever.
Yeah. Greg Maddux had like 7 teams in his last 2 years.
Michael Jordan in Washington wasn't Michael Jordan in Chicago.
It doesn't matter, Brian. You can't ruin a Hall of Fame legacy by how you go out at the end. People do this all the time. I just watched the Draymond Green
Did you watch
play.
it?
I don't think he should be suspended.
I think he should.
No.
He clearly tripped him and bent his ankle in a weird way.
Well, that's maybe if you want to. Did he get thrown out of that game, Laura?
No, so they actually called a flagrant after, but Draymond was calling out the coach, and he was saying how like, hey man, don't make your players emotional. He's a rookie, and now you're teaching him to be emotional, and he was kind of calling out, and that's
I
how
mean,
that all
he's
started.
deliberately holding back his ankle and
Mhm.
trips the guy.
Yep.
I mean, it's
he was kind of in the way.
No, he
Ireland.
took his ankle, he put
It's
it
your
behind
fault.
his
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
On his Achilles, right? So
Yeah,
it's like-
that's got to be suspendable.
Uh,
Plus, he's
but
got
they-
a pretty well-established
Yeah,
history.
but they haven't done it yet. They probably won't do it.
Don't you think it's normally middle of the day after the game?
But was this last night?
No, it happened.
It happened like a week
so he's
ago.
it's a
he
week
won't.
old.
It's not a week old, but they were saying that he
When
should
did it
have.
happen?
Hold on.
Let's see, November 15th.
So 5 days ago.
5 days
Almost
ago.
a week
Yeah,
old.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's not getting suspended. But that's a dirty-ass play.
Kendrick said he should.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, there you have it. There is your
Pie in the
What's
face.
Up food.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so coming up next, David Bateman will join the show. He's one of our listeners. We just found out that he's a 10-year Army veteran, so we like that. David called sports graffiti at the start of the football season, and I was under the impression that he was a big Nebraska fan. He said he wasn't, but he had heard Matt Rule, if we die, we die.
If we die, we die.
Earlier on Pat McAfee's show, and Rule convinced him that Nebraska was going to be good.
Okay.
So he called Sports Graffiti and said, they're going to beat USC at the Coliseum. I said, you weren't here, so I kind of played you that day.
Right.
I said, no, you're not. He goes, how about a Dan Patrick pie in the face bet? Loser gets a pie in the
Okay.
face. So I said, you're on.
Yep.
Nebraska lost on
Yes, they
Saturday.
did.
So
Yes,
next,
they did.
David gets a pie in the face.
Pie in the face time. That's next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com. And remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Diddy!
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports.
Black Friday savings start now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. These are brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEO convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardinale Way Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardinaleWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7. Tune in all week this week to Travis and DeMarco to win the ultimate game day prize pack from Hollywood Park Casino that includes this Sunday's tailgate party passes at the casino and game day tickets at SoFi. Listen for your cue to call 877-710-ESPN and don't miss your chance to win the ultimate game day prize pack. Hollywood Park Casino, Park Party and Play, must be 21 years or older to enter.
ABC Wednesdays.
Y'all complain all day. We want books. We want paper towels in the classroom. Bet you want raises, too.
I'm still waiting on the paper towels.
Abbott Elementary returns with a new season.
We asked the district for more after-school programs. They gave us $50 for class pets instead.
Critics cheer. Abbott Elementary continues to be one of the funniest and most beloved shows on TV.
What y'all doing out there? Taking bribes? Proud of y'all.
Abbott Elementary, Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
Hey, Cappy, we got to talk about Prize Picks. You got me into this. I love it. I play it every single night in almost every single sport. And for those of you listening out there, it's very simple. There is a stat line for a particular player in one of those sports, and it's as simple as more or less. You pick more, you pick less on that stat line. You win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. And it's the best way to get sports action in over 30 states, including right here in California.
So here's what you do. You download the Prize Picks app. You use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. You get that $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. And right now, with baseball, football, basketball, soccer, and hockey going, now is a great time to play Prize Picks, George.
And again, Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. You can join over 10 million users and sign up today. Man, it's amazing. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes once you win.
And you're going to win. And by the way, if you don't win, don't blame me, okay? Because you're better at it than I am. Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use our code Cappy. Make that $5 play. Get that $50 bonus. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, real quick here. Join Travis and DeMarco Friday from Legends Attic in Claremont for a live show from 9 to noon. You can go by, meet Steve Sachs, Steve Garvey, and Oral Hershiser. Legends Attic is at 619 West Foothill Boulevard in Claremont. Go to legendsattic.com to get yourself tickets for Friday to make sure you get your photos and your autographs with the guys. That's Friday at Legends Attic. All right, pie in the face time.
All right, we welcome David Bateman to the show. Hi, David.
Hey, David.
Hey, how you doing? Good. Speak right into that. That's
All
it.
right.
And so, David, you called sports graffiti
Yes, sir.
at the start of the football season. Has the season started yet? I don't remember.
No, it was towards the end of August, beginning of September.
Okay.
And you felt strongly that Nebraska was going to have a good season and they were going to beat USC at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to learn. I assumed you were just a big Nebraska fan. You are not.
No, I just don't like USC.
Oh, you're just anti. Boy, you were off on the wrong foot with me. You don't like USC, and you say you don't agree with my movie recommendations.
I'm sorry.
David, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know if I can.
David, why
you deserve
did you think
the pie.
Nebraska
hold
would
on.
be good?
You forget Bergman was in here, and he was sticking up for Nebraska. That's why I called in and said, "Oh, I agree with Bergman. You guys are under."
By the way, that's your first mistake. Never say I agree with Bergman. Yeah.
No, you guys need to give him more respect because he
That's
was
not
so
happening.
calm with the Dodgers, and that blue review is awesome.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it.
But yeah, so he's the voice of reasoning. You guys need to
What?
listen to him.
He's the voice of
Yeah,
reasoning.
He's a voice of something.
Yeah.
Now, you also told us that you're a 10-year military veteran.
That's correct.
Tell us about your military career. Where'd you serve?
Okay, well, if you have a second.
Sure.
So it's
We
10
love
years.
vets, so go.
Yeah,
tell
10
us.
years. I went in August of 1992, was stationed at Fort Ord up in Monterey.
Yep.
Okay.
At the time, President
Army,
Clinton,
right?
Yeah, Army.
Okay.
President Clinton closed that base down, so I ended up going to Fort Polk, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to Fort Hood because the division merged.
Right.
And then when I was there, I deployed to Cuba for 6 months.
Now, what'd you do in Cuba?
Well, I'm a cook. I was a cook.
Okay. Got it.
Good for you.
But at that time, I hardly did my MOS in my 10 years.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so when I came back from Cuba, I went back to Hood, and then from Hood, I went to Germany. And as soon as I got there, I went to Bosnia.
Right, that was part of the peacekeeping mission, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my division was already there 2 months. I was there for another 10. They were there for a year. I come back to Germany, finish my tour, come back to Fort Hood, and then while I was at Hood, they had a deployment to Kuwait, which is
You were part of that too?
Yeah.
Was that part of Desert Storm?
No, Desert Buffalo, they called it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I came back to Hood, then I went to South Korea.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. You've had a career.
And that's where the 9/11 went down. I was basically on the DMZ when
it happened.
Yeah.
You got to write a book one day, man. That's incredible. Well,
And
thank you
what
for
a
your
story.
service.
Yeah,
And
thank you
that's
so
where
much.
It ended was in South Korea.
Okay.
All right. So how'd you find us? You're just a sports radio fan?
Oh yeah. If I could say, Pat McAfee show I listened to.
He's great.
Listen to you guys on my way to work. So I listened to both, and I've been listening to you guys since 2012.
2012. I was a
we've
kid.
been on forever.
I was a kid in 2012.
Yeah.
We started in 1995. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Really,
Well, I
1994.
remember you
94,
used to be
really.
on KCAL.
Yeah.
On the sideline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, great gig.
So, David,
Yes, sir.
are we at that
Yeah,
time?
how do you feel about lemon meringue?
The choice of pie is
No,
lemon
David,
meringue.
I want you to know. I want you to know. Here's the pie. If
here's
you're
the-
watching on YouTube, we'll get the guys in here.
Here's funny. I thought you're out of with Mike Thompson when he did that Game of Games of strawberry
cream pie. Yeah,
Yeah.
you expected a strawberry cream pie, but
Exactly.
they don't exist.
They do not.
So we got a lemon meringue.
Right,
That's
so,
why that
lemon
game
meringue.
fell flat.
It did.
And everybody was poo-pooing
We
that
still poo-poo it.
Yeah. All right, David. So, do you want to prepare for this? Like, I don't want to mess up
Yeah.
your shirt, and I don't want you to wear your
Let me-
glasses.
Yeah,
okay?
no glasses for this.
Yeah,
And,
let me prepare.
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Go ahead and get prepared.
Preparing.
for the pie in the face.
Yeah.
Now, of the many things we've done over the years, we did the tortilla slap.
Oh, yeah.
We've both you
I caught a
stripped down
pie.
to your
I
underwear.
caught a pie in the face
You
once
did,
from Bergman.
and we were on remote.
We were at Yamava.
Right.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell you it was coming.
And he didn't tell the social media guys it was coming, so
Right.
it didn't even happen.
So
did it really happen if it didn't happen on
Not
video?
according to you.
No, of course not.
Yeah, not according to you. Okay, David, are you ready?
Okay, David's got a bib.
All right.
Is that a bib?
All right. So, Mace, you play by play.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, David Bateman, who is not a Nebraska fan, but bet everything on Nebraska versus USC. They lost on Saturday night at the Coliseum. Now, David Bateman faces a lemon meringue pie.
All right, David, you ready?
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Ireland, you went really hard. You pushed him.
I didn't even get to the meringue.
You pushed him right into the wall.
I know. You okay, David? All right, it's over. It's over.
He signed a waiver. We're good.
I know you're trying to get some meringue. It's
just
well, I mean, that's what you get from Ralph's.
Have a seat. How
Yeah.
was it?
That wasn't too bad, right? You know, here's the good news. You get to keep the pie. You can finish it later.
Can I borrow your towel there?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, you're a good sport,
Yes, David. And you're a good listener, too.
Yeah, and we appreciate you coming in, too.
And in your honor, USC fight song. That's right. By the way, it's rivalry. And let me try that again. Can we edit that out?
Yeah, sure.
It's Rivalry Week on 710 ESPN. Saturday afternoon, 3:30 to 5:30 in Pasadena with Bergman and Morales at Rocco's in Pasadena, 44 West Green Street. Get ready for SC UCLA, a USC stomping. Plus, you can win tickets to the game at the Rose Bowl or USC Notre Dame tickets. Special thanks to Coors Light. Drink responsibly. Choose chill. We will see you Saturday at Rocco's in Pasadena.
Okay, so are we playing Game of Games next? Because we got McVay coming at 2:45, right?
2:45. But do we do
so,
it
Laura,
now?
you want to do Game of Games next?
We
in case
do
he
it
calls
then.
at 3:30?
We can, sure.
Yeah, let's do.
Okay.
Is your game ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
David, you want to play Game of Games?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
David can
Yeah, all
play.
right, David will play with us.
All right.
All right, cool.
We will do Game of Games coming up next. Again, we got Sean McVay coming up at about 2:45 today, so we're juggling the schedule a little bit. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cappy here, and I want to talk about my friend Avner Gatt, a public adjuster. Now, many of you guys have asked me, why Avner Gatt? What makes his team so unique at handling insurance claims? So let me tell you something. I've been working with Avner and his team for a while. I can tell you this. Avner Gatt has a dynamic team that's highly effective and successful because these folks come from a very diverse background in the insurance industry. For example, some of them used to work for insurance companies before they joined Avner's team. Yes, they actually chose to switch sides when they realized the effectiveness of Avner's team's work. Some of them used to be in the restoration business, rebuilding homes after disasters. Some of them used to be in the contents handling business, moving homeowners' belongings to a safe place for restoration and storage. Some of them were experts in hazardous materials handling, like asbestos and lead testing. That was their daily work. And some of them were members of law firms handling bad faith claims and general business disputes. You see, diversification is the name of the game. When you are represented by Avner Gatt's team, you have the entire team's experience and know-how by your side. No one, and I mean no one, messes with Avner Gatt and his team. So call Avner Gatt right now, 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. That's AvnerGatt.com, AVNERGAT, AvnerGatt.com. When you call him directly, Avner Gatt and his family, they take the calls themselves. Avner Gatt says, hello.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Play no-bus blackjack, poker, and more. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late-night dinners. Watch your favorite teams and catch up with friends on game days. Unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails at Ray's Lounge. Easy parking and access, Hollywood Park Casino, located next door to the Forum and SoFi Stadium. Park, party, and play. Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game.
Must be 21 and older to enter. These are approved DOJ games. Geico 004527. Geico 003871.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. I have teamed up with Travis and DeMarco to tell you about personal injury attorney Joseph S. Normand and his all-star legal team.
We've been talking about the law office of Joseph S. Normand for months, and they've helped listeners achieve maximum compensation that they deserve in an accident.
Getting into an accident can be scary and frustrating dealing with insurance companies. Let the Normand All-Star team handle it for you. Visit normandlegal.com or 213-747-2000.
The law offices of Joseph S. Normand, 213-747-2000.
Take a sip of sunshine this season with Milagro Tequila. What's up, guys? It's D-Far. Milagro Tequila is made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and exceptional smoothness. Enjoy the freshest margaritas with Milagro Silver, mix up some palomas with Reposado, or simply sip Milagro Añejo on the rocks. Milagro at your favorite retailer, in stores, and online. Welcome to the brighter side of tequila. Milagro Tequila. Must be 21 and over. Please enjoy responsibly.
Los Angeles, your Rams are back home for another primetime matchup under the lights of Sunday Night Football to take on the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday, November 24th. All eyes will be on the Rams as Matthew Stafford and Kyron Williams go head-to-head against Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. The stage is set for a primetime matchup you won't want to miss. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/PHI. Again, that is therams.com/PHI to watch your LA Rams face off against the Eagles on Sunday, November 24th at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Hey Rams fans, we've teamed up with Bloom Ranch to ensure we have the healthiest fans in the league. That's why we're committed to delivering some of the freshest fruits and veggies to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using hashtag BloomRamFit.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, it is Game of Games time, and it is Laura's game today. We have invited Trojan hater David Bateman to play with us. David,
David just took a pie in the face because he lost a bet.
And
so
by the way,
least we can
deserved
do,
it. Yeah.
The least we could do is let him play Game of Games.
Yes, exactly.
Laura, what's the game today?
All right, guys. So we did talk about how somebody paid $300 for a pizza at a UNLV game, and it just got me thinking, what are the average prices of certain things at games? This one in particular, I made some research, and it's food prices, beer, food, and ticket prices for MLB teams. This was updated just because
and it's
I know.
average prices.
Average prices.
Okay, got it.
So it's the average price, and then they have the top 5 cheapest, top 5 highest teams, okay? And this was updated March 10, 2024. Before anybody comes at me, okay, that's what I did.
Right.
Just
all
saying.
right, let's go. What's
All
number
right.
one?
Number one, is the average price of a beer across MLB stadiums higher or lower than $7?
Brian Cohen.
Higher.
Steve Mason.
Higher.
I will also say higher. David Bateman.
Higher.
It's we all saying higher. Laura, what is it?
You guys are all wrong. The average price.
Oh, really?
Only by a little bit, okay? So just be warned. $6.98.
It's lower, though.
Yeah.
It is lower. All right, number 2.
It's like playing sleeper, Brian. We're trying to go more than less.
Yeah. In Coors Field, is the beer price lower or higher than $3.25?
Mace.
Lower than.
For beer? Did you say how many ounces?
No, I did not.
Okay, I'm going higher. David.
Yeah, higher.
Brian.
Higher.
What is it, Laura?
Mace, you got it. Is lower. $3 flat.
Wow.
Yeah, $3 for a beer at Coors Field.
Yep.
You get beers instead of wins.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, because the brewery is.
All right.
Yeah,
Angel
right.
Stadium was on the cheapest list for beer, but are they higher or lower than Toronto's Rogers Center?
This one's me. I'm going to say the Angels are lower. David.
Yeah, I'm going to say lower.
You're going lower. Brian.
Higher.
Mace.
I'm going lower.
What is it, Laura?
Brian, you're right. It is higher. Wow. Angel Stadium is $4.50, and Rogers Center is $4.44.
All right, so Brian and Mace have one each. David and I got nothing.
All right. Nationals Park came in at the highest in the list for most expensive beer, but is it higher or lower than $14?
David, higher or lower than $14 for a beer at a Nationals game?
Lower.
Every instinct I've had, see, I think he's right. It's lower, but I've missed every one, so I'm going higher. Brian.
I'll take higher.
Mace.
I'm going higher.
You're glad he did because it is $14.99.
All right, so everybody but David got that one.
Sorry, David.
Man. David has
the
full Bateman! If he misses all of them. You become world famous.
Right now it's called the Mace.
It's called the Mace right
now. I thought it was called the Ramona.
It was the Laura. It was the
Romo.
Around.
Yeah,
the last person to get shut up. Laura, how many are left?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
You have plenty of time.
You have plenty of time to score.
You'll
Yeah. You're bound to score.
All right, here we go.
Is the average price of a hot dog across MLB stadiums higher or lower than $6?
Brian.
I'll take lower.
Mace.
Lower.
I'm also going lower. David.
I'm going with the crowd.
All right. We're all going
you
lower.
finally got one. It is $5.32.
For now.
For now, yes, it's still me.
All right, so
By the
now
way, score: Brian 3, Mason 3, John 2, David 1.
All right, when it comes to ticket prices, Globe Life Field rounds up the top 5 of least expensive. But
Globe Life Field's in Texas, right? In Dallas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Least expensive. Wow.
Least expensive, but are they higher or lower than $56?
This is the average get-in price or the
Yeah,
whatever.
Average
Well,
ticket
just
price.
average ticket price.
Okay, Mace.
I'm going to say less than.
Me too. I'm going lower. David.
I'm going lower.
Brian.
Lower.
You guys are all missed it. It's $57.
Oh, we're terrible.
I changed it a little bit. I can't
it's a good game. Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, 4 left.
We have, I can make them up. Yeah. Wrigley Field. Hey, I have 3, but I can make you an extra one on the
Do you
fly.
have a tiebreaker?
I do.
Okay, do the 3, and then we'll do the tiebreaker.
Okay. Wrigley Field it's one of the top 5 most expensive for ticket prices. But are they higher or lower than $81.75?
Okay.
$81.75.
The only time
sure
I've
it's
got
close.
one right.
I'm sure it's
right.
close.
The only time I've got one right is when I've gone against my instinct.
Right.
So I think it's lower, so I will say higher. David.
I'm going lower.
Okay, Brian.
I'm going lower as well.
Mace.
I think it's higher, so it must be lower. I'm going lower.
All right, what is it, Laura?
$79.
Lower.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys all got it. David has 2, I have 2, Brian and Mace have 4. There are 2 left?
Yes.
2 left.
So
all
David
right.
and I have to go opposite.
All right, here
All right,
it
here
is.
we go.
Another ticket one. So the Dodgers are the number 1 most expensive ticket. Okay?
Should be.
Yeah.
That is true.
The Yankees are also on this list, and so is Oracle Park, so San Francisco. Are the Yankees higher or lower than Oracle Park ticket prices?
Okay, Brian.
I'll take higher.
Mace.
I'll take lower.
Well, David, that shuts us out.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But that's okay. We'll keep playing.
I almost changed it just for
we'll
you.
Keep
but
playing.
no,
I think it's higher. I think the Yankees cost more than the Orioles. David.
I agree.
You're going higher. What is it, Laura?
It is higher.
Okay.
Not by much, but it is.
So
Brian has a lead
by 1. It comes down. David and I'll just play for fun, but it comes down to Brian versus Mace.
And I have to go opposite.
And Brian, you have to go first. Laura, what's the last one?
All right, so the Yankees are expensive to get in for the ticket price, but they are on the cheapest on the hot dog list. Are their hot dogs higher or lower than $3.50?
Okay, Brian, you get this right, you win it. Higher or lower than $3.50 for a hot dog at a Yankee game?
I'll take higher.
So make sure you're taking
I'm
lower.
going lower.
I think it's higher.
I
David?
do too.
Yeah.
Think it's higher?
Higher.
All right, 3 of us are going higher. Brian's going lower. Laura, what's the answer?
It is lower, $3 flat.
Cohen with the
You
win.
win it.
You finally got one, Brian. You
Nice
weren't on
job.
third.
You want to do the tiebreaker for fun?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So what is, according to this website, people, okay, the average attendance at a ballpark game?
This year in Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'll say.
And I can show the website to the camera.
David, write down a number right there.
Okay, I got one. All right, let's see. Brian, what do you got?
35,000.
35,000.
Base, what'd you write?
I wrote down 34,000.
I wrote down 38,222, and David's got the high number 43,225. Laura, what's the answer?
You guys are all over. It's 29,293.
So who went lowest?
Who went the lowest?
You want 100.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
All right, but Brian gets the win.
Yeah, way to go, Brian. That's great.
Good job,
and
Brian.
Just tuning in. The reason we're going early today is we're going to talk to Sean McVay in the
Right.
last half hour of the program.
And David Bateman is a double loser today. He caught a pie in the face and he lost a game of games. Congratulations. We rarely have a double loser.
And what I feel good about is he doesn't like USC, so USC will lose, and then it's a three-peat. There we go.
No. Well, David, thanks for
Thank you,
coming
David.
in
You're
and
a good sport.
messing around here.
Yeah, they'll beat
Lean right in there.
Lean right in the
There
mic.
you go.
Oh, yeah, USC will beat UCLA.
Thank you. Exactly
type
right.
of attitude is that?
I love
Anybody
this guy.
got another pie?
David's absolutely right. I'm with David. Hey, David, thanks, man, and thank you for your service. We appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us.
No problem. I enjoy listening to you guys. You guys make me laugh and, get me through the day, going
Awesome,
to
man.
work. And,
Love it.
Cool.
Thanks for doing that,
Thank you
man.
so much.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, Game of Games is brought to you by our friend Jacob Imrani. Remember, anybody will remember that Jacob Imrani is the guy to fight for you when you need a big win. He will get you the settlement that you deserve. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. Coming up next for you, John, ChatGTP has some ideas for some phrases that you might use coming up in a Lakers game.
Excellent. I have a game tomorrow night. I need some.
And is Dion telling the truth or is he just posturing? That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're looking to sell your house, you got to call Seller's Advantage. Everyone has different reasons for selling. Some people want to downsize and move. Some have inherited a property, or maybe you just want to get rid of one. Whatever your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage has a custom solution for your needs. They'll make a competitive cash offer, and you don't need to make any repairs. They can close in days, no complicated closing process or contracts falling through. Seller's Advantage has been making sellers happy for decades, and they have the reviews to prove it. Call them today. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That's because they buy homes as is. It works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com. ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your real estate. 1-877 Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your real estate.
Cars for Kids accepts all kinds of real estate donations. Turn your challenging or unused property into a brighter future for kids and get a tax deduction for the full appraised value of your property. Visit carsforkids.org or call today. That's Cars for Kids Real Estate.
1-877 Cars for Kids, K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids, donate your real estate. Donate your real estate.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Inspired by Southern California's laid-back yet active lifestyle, Travis Matthew creates premium men's and women's apparel designed to make you look and feel your best no matter the activity. Now, Travis Matthew brings that same style to USC fans with their first ever collegiate collaboration. Designed with the iconic Cardinal and Gold, this collection carries the tradition and legacy of USC. Gear up for game days and style. New customers get 20% off their first order with code 710 at travismatthew.com. That's code 710. Offer valid online only.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to Morongo for 20 years of tons of fun and great food and good times. Happy anniversary to you. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The 20th Anniversary Marketplace Monday Special starts the 25th. This all-you-can-eat extravaganza is all yours for only $20.
And the number one reason.
Take home an anniversary beer stein when you purchase a 16-ounce draft beer at any of our bars the 22nd.
Morongo, good times.
Max Bankman, I'm the new doctor.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey.
ABC Thursdays.
This ship is heaven. We're tending to our passengers' dreams. I'm in.
From 911 executive producer Ryan Murphy comes a splashy new drama on a luxury cruise ship with Joshua Jackson and Don Johnson.
It's your job to keep everyone alive.
She's in VFib. 1, 2, 3. Clear.
I have a pulse.
You're going to be okay. Dr. Odyssey. Thursdays, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
If you didn't see the Lakers night, what are you doing? I mean, the Lakers look terrific. They've won 6 in a row. They are undefeated at home. Last night, Dalton Knecht tied the rookie NBA record for most threes with 9 of them, finished with 37 points, and now the Lakers are 3rd in the West, just a half game behind OKC and Golden State.
And Knecht was ridiculous.
Yes.
I mean, making shots from all over the court. And if you haven't seen the highlights, find him. It's really fun. He wasn't even hitting the rim.
Yeah, and as you pointed out earlier, Dalton Knecht has shown great confidence.
At what point did you realize that you were in that state? Was it the first 3, second 3? At what point were you just like, yeah, I'm locked in?
The first shot. Every time I see one go in, I think the next one's always going in. Even if I miss it, I always have the confidence that my next shot's going in. My dad always told me that, so that's just my confidence.
No fear is what you see from Dalton Knecht, and I think at this point he's got to be in the starting lineup. We'll find out tomorrow night. Lakers are home to Orlando. They've won 6 in a row. They've got a game at Intuit Dome against the Clippers tonight, and then Saturday they're hosting Denver. Maybe Jokic, maybe not Jokic. Denver has still won 6 out of 8.
You thought with the pie in the face bit, you thought I went a little harder than you thought I was going to go, right?
Well, you pushed the guy completely into the wall.
I agree.
There's an impression in the wall.
Yes, Radio Michael fan.
Yes.
John, that was a weak performance.
Yeah.
You should have slapped the pie in his face harder. He's an Army veteran.
He's
I don't
a
wanna,
vet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna slap it harder.
Right. You can't do that.
That's a drop.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Can't slap it harder. Exactly right. So,
Now,
all right.
play
so
the Dion thing. Or did you want? Is that where you're going?
No, I wanted to do some Dalton Knecht. So I go to ChatGTP.
Okay.
And I said this: what are good nicknames for Dalton Knecht?
All right.
Okay, so here's some stuff that might use.
Connect
you
4.
might use. No, Connect 4 didn't even make the list. All right. How about Air Connect?
Don't hate it.
How about he made a Connect shot? How about Connect? Oh, actually, I love this one. Okay. So he's always on for clutch moments. Connect Flicks.
I'm going to try and work that one.
Connect Flicks is really cool.
I'm going to try and work that one in.
Yeah. The other one I love is Nectacular. Connectacular. Connectacular.
Yeah, you got to say Connectacular.
Connectacular.
All right, those last two I'm going to try and work in.
Connectacular
Do you have any
and
more?
Connectflix.
No, the Connectflix I like.
Some are stupid, like the Daltonator. I don't think you're ever going to use that.
No.
Dull ton of fun. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
That's whack.
Connect King.
No. The two, I like Connectflix.
Connectflix is awesome.
And what was the other one?
Connectacular.
Connectacular.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. So Dion Sanders is talking about whether or not he would jump to the NFL, and he talked about this. Was this yesterday? I think he talked about it.
Yeah. And so there's an overwhelming narrative that he is going to the NFL, whether it be to the Cowboys or to the Raiders or to somebody else. And then people at this story kind of run a little bit, and they say Shador's going to go with him, maybe Travis Hunter too. So Dion was holding his weekly press conference in Colorado, and all of his Colorado bosses were there, his AD and his president and everything. And a reporter asked Dion, are any of these rumors true? Are you exploring a move to the NFL? And here's what Dion said.
Mentioned for everything that comes up these days, college, pro, whatever.
Yeah.
You is that just the
you
price
gonna
of
talk
winning?
like that with my AD in here? That's so disrespectful. You gonna talk about me going somewhere with my AD in here? Yeah, they mentioned us with a lot of other stuff before we started winning too, didn't they? Did that that wasn't fair, was it? Price. That's the price of everything. Hold on one second. I'm happy where I am, man. I'm good. I got a kickstand down. You know what a kickstand is? A lot of people don't in there, not of age, don't know what a kickstand is. That means I'm resting. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic about where I am. I love it here. I truly do. Next question.
All right. Do you believe him?
No, I don't.
I don't either, and I think he handled that brilliantly. He basically said this in code. Hey, I really love it here, so if you want to come get me, you better bring a big bag of money.
Right.
But I'm perfectly content
Right.
staying here. The best deal you and I ever got was the late, great Ray Calusa, who's no longer with us. Ray calls me one day and says, hey, would you and Mason ever consider coming back together and doing radio together in Los Angeles?
And I laughed. I said, ha ha.
I go, and I go, well, Ray, Mason just agreed to a new show in San Diego with Philly Billy Warndell. And I'm working for our buddy Don Martin over at Fox. And so, no, we're not interested. And he goes, what would get you interested? And I said, an offer we couldn't refuse. And I laughed. And he goes, I'm going to call you in a week. And he came back literally with an offer we couldn't refuse. That's what Dion just did.
Right.
Dion just basically said, hey, I'm in Colorado, and I love it here.
Right.
I'm happy. I'm content. The AD likes me.
Yep.
I'm not going anywhere unless you give me an offer I can't refuse. So he just set the bar super high.
Yeah, there's no way to answer that question. I mean, as he mentioned, the AD is in the
answered
room.
it perfect.
He's getting ready to chase down a playoff spot in the college football playoff, all that stuff. So you can't. But he basically teed it up.
Yeah.
He's comfortable. By the way, kickstands are temporary.
Yeah, and he said, I don't, some of you aren't old enough to know what a kickstand is.
Yeah, come on.
Do kids today not ride bikes?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
Hey, Graham. Is he?
Wait a minute.
They
Laura,
have it up back there?
Laura does not know how to ride a bike?
I do not.
You've never learned how to ride a bike. I mean, we may have to do this as a project.
This would be really sweet if we teach you to ride a bike and we push you out there and then
we start with training wheels.
Yeah, you got to start with training wheels.
You know, it's funny when I used to work with Sedano and Ara Hawani came on, and I was like, yeah, I don't know how to ride a bike. He's like, me neither. So I'm not the only one.
Well, this was a thing when we were working with Marcellus Wiley. One day we were doing a crosstalk, and he mentioned, in all seriousness, he goes, I don't know how to swim. And I went, what?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And he goes, I don't know how to swim. And he said, frankly, a lot of black people don't know how to swim. He goes, because we grow up in the inner cities and there's no pools and we never learn. And he said, I read a story the other day about some black kids drowning at a public pool because nobody was there to save them. And so I'm going to teach myself how to swim. And you know what he did? He learned how to swim in the ocean.
Wow, that's tough.
He basically jumped in the ocean with a swim coach. They taught him how to swim, and he swam like out to the buoys and back, and he passed his swim test. And I was really proud of him.
Right.
I didn't even connect the dots that there were adults who didn't know how to swim.
Right.
But he was like so open about it and honest, and then taught himself how to swim at like age 45.
Took me a long time to learn how to swim. We used to go swimming lessons Tuesday, Thursday mornings all summer long.
Keep on swimming.
Yeah.
It's not hard. Just keep
swimming
on
and diving. I learned how to do I never did a full flip, but on the low board I could do a half flip and
the
land
triple
on my feet.
Lindy?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we think we might talk to Sean McVay coming up, but we're not sure. So we are standing. Laura, any update on that?
He should be coming on. That's as far as I know.
Oh, by the way, the place I was trying to think of earlier with all the games was Yucaipa. There's a great spot in Yucaipa that we went to.
Okay.
And
is there a minor league baseball team there? I might be wrong about that.
I don't know about that. And Obi-Wan tweets, what about using kinetic energy? Like kinetic energy. No, not like it.
No, that feels like a reach, but
feels like a reach. Well,
I'll put it away.
Yeah.
Kinectflix is going to work its way into the broadcast. I think so.
Kinectflix, I love.
Yeah.
I love. All right, we'll take a quick break. Let's see. Coach McVay, we think, is coming up. And on top of that, I mentioned this earlier, another reason I would never go on a cruise ship. There are thousands of reasons, but another reason why I won't. That's coming up. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, did you know it can take up to 11 weeks to hire for an open job? So if you're hiring, what are you doing? You don't want to wait 2.5 months. If you're listening today, we got great advice. Use ZipRecruiter. You can use it for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter was invented by a guy named Ian Siegel. And Ian puts it this way. They don't leave anything to chance. ZipRecruiter has an algorithm that finds people that their skill set matches your job. And it can help you find candidates for all your jobs fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So what are you waiting for? Use ZipRecruiter for free at this website, ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The fun way to drive.
Cappy gets shanked tonight on our taco tour.
This gentleman just told me that I should be auctioning off my bomber jacket here because after tonight in this taco tour, I'll never be able to zip this thing up
That's
again.
a fair point.
That
You're
is
not.
absolutely true.
You're going to be too fat.
I am.
Zach?
Es mucho gordo.
See?
See. See.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers and Kirk Morrison Sunday, November 24th for their live Rams postgame show from Ray's Lounge at Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes and party with Travis, Kirk, and ESPN LA fans. Hollywood Park Casino is Los Angeles' premier card room casino and entertainment destination. Enjoy a postgame meal and drink at Ray's Lounge right after the game. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Elevate your game. Must be 21 and older.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. This made us wonder, what if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
Escape rooms? Elementary. And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of hiring for you. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Hey, they're playing my song. This is my playoff song when we do the softball game every summer. Brian Cohen, one of the stars of the
Very much so.
softball game,
Oh,
the
thank you.
7-10 All-Star Weekend. He can play a mean. You played third base, right?
I
or
did,
shortstop?
yes. Third base.
Third base, yeah.
Mario was that short.
He can play. Brian can
Right.
hit too.
Maybe after my knees are done, I can play better.
So I wanted to, Brian, you love a good cruise, right? You and Allison like to go cruising.
I enjoy a good cruise, yeah.
Yeah. So I came across this story, which I think is interesting. And,
Why do you hate cruises?
Okay, so for a number of reasons. I've said many times it's like a floating petri dish, and they're always like the whole ship
Yeah, but
gets.
the pandemic's over.
Yeah, I know, but they get Legionnaire's disease, or they get weird stuff on a cruise ship.
one's kidding.
No, I think there was a bad
Legionnaire's
Legionnaire's disease thing that broke out on cruise
Okay.
ships. So I don't like that, and then I don't like the amount of food that is just laid out, like big bowls of shrimp that you reach into with your hands, and you're like, you know what I'm saying, Brian?
I know what you're saying, but I didn't see the shrimp. You know, I wish I did see the shrimp on the last cruise.
You
I
didn't
went
see
on.
the shrimp?
No, I mean, they got big piles of food, but no shrimp, sadly.
So we'll credit Royal Caribbean for this. I'm sure they're thrilled. There was a show on And they had a lounge singer. You know how they have lounge singers on? That's another
They
thing.
do, like, full
cruise ships.
performances.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like lounge singers, like Midnight at
Keep
the
it going.
Oasis
Right.
kind of thing. So at one point during this particular cruise, which was in Europe, it was a 15-deck cruise ship with a capacity of 4,300 passengers, and they were sailing from Barcelona to Miami. So they're sitting around and they're in the lounge, and there is the lounge singer performing this number. Rule number 1: don't sing this song on a cruise ship. It's just not. It's not
that's
funny.
a little
It's not cool.
inappropriate.
That's fair.
That's
now,
bad.
Yeah,
at the
it's like showing the movie Flight on an airplane.
At the same time, the Explorer, the ship, hit some sort of big turbulence
Oh, my God.
and tilted more than 15 degrees to one side.
Okay.
People were not alarmed because they felt like it was special effects to go along. Like they tilted the ship to go along with this song. And so people
Wow.
were very wow. They're really giving us the full experience.
I would have been
Ridiculous.
freaking out.
Meanwhile, the piano is skidding across the stage,
course.
and there's shrimp everywhere.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I
That's
just
wild.
do not want to be on a cruise ship. Who doesn't Mickey Aris? Does the guy that owns the Heat own all the cruise
Carnival
ships?
Cruise Lines,
Carnival
yeah.
Cruise Lines. Yeah.
Yeah, he owns
Have you
them
been
all.
on a cruise?
Yeah, well, just with my family, but it was in the 90s.
Yeah.
I haven't been in one since the pandemic. I mean,
I've not. I've never. I actually know I did go on a radio cruise one time where you said,
What?
"Hey, listeners, come with me. I'm going to
when I went on the
Tijuana,"
cruise,
or whatever
my
it was.
cousin Suzanne and I drank Bahama Mamas from 7 in the
Very
morning
good.
until about 10 at night, and then we just passed out, and we were at gambling and eating, and then was it.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later, it was over.
Brian, do you gamble in
I
your
was
not
pretty
like-
much 90% of the time is in the casino.
in the casino? And
Oh,
what's
yeah.
your game?
I'm playing a lot of. They have blackjack. They didn't have too many card
Did
games.
they have
blackjack.
Caribbean stud poker on your
I
boat?
don't remember if they did or not. They
Yeah,
had craps,
it's like 3-card
blackjack.
poker,
yeah.
and I cleaned up at that game.
Oh, really?
Heck yeah.
I don't know how that one works.
I don't remember either, but I just
Yeah,
won
you don't
a bunch of
remember a
money.
damn thing
As long
about
as
it.
you win, don't
Yeah.
matter.
Exactly.
I was 7 or 8 Bahama Mamas in. Every picture from that trip is like, so it was probably 10 of us.
Yeah.
Our grandparents, our whole family was. You cannot find a picture without Suzanne or I
Yeah,
having
right.
a Bahama
Oh,
Mama
nice.
in our hand.
That's good. So that was
I think-
that
That's a
worked
good
out.
trip.
Yeah.
That's a good trip.
Yeah, we made a deal right when we got
By the way,
there.
I was just thinking kickstand. You know, a kickstand is very temporary. Kickstand is like you kick the stand and the motorcycle you just take off. So what he's really saying is he's got the
He's
kickstand.
waiting.
All he has to do is kick it and then he's gone.
And what I didn't get was you young people don't know what a kickstand is. What is he talking about?
I mean, kids still have bikes. People
Right.
have motorcycles. There's still
Like,
kickstands.
who doesn't
Yeah,
know
he's
what
tripping.
a kickstand is?
But Dion, all you do is kick that thing and then off you go. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
So
Cowboys
where is
I'm off to
he? Take a
Vegas.
guess. Where is Dion
Vegas.
a year from now?
Ooh,
Vegas.
Coaching
Cowboys.
the Raiders?
Yep.
You think, Laura, you think he's coaching Dallas? Brian, what do you
Dallas.
think?
I'd say Dallas.
None of us think Colorado because I don't either.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
he's going to the Raiders. But
Colorado.
I think he's going to the Raiders.
Yeah, but in other words,
But
he's
none
not
of
going to be
us
at
are saying Colorado.
Yeah.
Like he made that impassioned. I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
here.
because all he's going to do is kick the stand and he's gone. It was really an interesting analogy because it does suggest that you're only there temporarily, and as soon as you kick the kickstand, you're off.
You're right. I mean, you only have it as a placeholder for that moment.
Right, it is just a placeholder for that moment. He basically announced he's leaving.
Okay, so
hot take.
I'm trying to figure out.
That is a hot take. Better get out of the way. These takes are hot today.
All right, so LeBron announced today that he's getting off social media for the time being.
For the time being, okay.
And he said, y'all take care. And you asked earlier, did something inspire
Oh,
this?
yeah.
So Rich Kleiman, KD's agent, tweeted this, and LeBron's apparently getting off of social media was a response to this.
Okay.
All right. With so much hate and negativity in the world today, it confuses me why some national sports media still think the best way to cover sports is through negative takes. We can all acknowledge that sports is the last part of society that universally brings people together. So why can't the coverage do the same? It's only clickbait when you say it. When the platform is so big, you can make the change and allow us all an escape from real-life negativity. I, for one, find it all a waste of breath. The Olympics and JJ and Bron show was the future of what this could and should all be.
Explain that last part, the Olympics.
And JJ and Bron show Is he talking about J.J. Redick?
J.J. Redick and Bron?
Or
the J.J. and
was
Bron
the
show.
future of what this can and should be.
The podcast
right.
was the future of what it could be.
Right, because they were always positive.
And they were just breaking down basketball.
And
is
so
what they were doing on that show.
After Rich Kleiman tweeted that, LeBron said, in response to all that negativity, LeBron wrote, "And with that said, I'll holler at you all. Getting off social media for the time being. You all take care." And he had a peace sign and a crown.
Yeah, sure.
That's it.
I mean, it is nonstop negativity on social media, but I still think there is good stuff that happens on there. Yeah, it gets harder and harder to find, but there's still good stuff out there. And by the way, you could. I'm trying this Blue Sky thing. Ireland, are you looking at Blue Sky at all?
I signed up for it today. You guys all did, but I haven't gone back since.
So I'm at Venice Mesa on Blue Sky. I think Greg, are you Greg Bergman on Blue Sky? Yep, Greg Bergman. Laura, what are you?
UNEEQ.
Brian? No, he's Brian.
Elsewhere.
Brian's got no interest whatsoever. But there are times that I go off it without saying I'm going off it. Like, I don't need to make an announcement that I'm not looking at Twitter this week, but sometimes I don't look at Twitter at all.
Okay, Laura just said McVay in 6 minutes.
6 minutes?
So we're killing crosstalk?
Yes,
you
sir.
You want to just, we can have sit down and Cap talk to Sean, whatever you want to do.
No, we're killing crosstalk. You guys are going to talk to McVay.
We're killing crosstalk, and then we're going to end at 2?
No, we're going to end at 3:15.
3:15.
Oh, 3. So there will be crosstalk.
Well, no, just
they're
you.
killing it so you and I can talk to
Yes.
McVay. What are you not?
What are we
going to
do between 3 and 3:12?
Talk to McVay. He's coming on
that
at
whole
6.
time.
He's coming on at 6 minutes, which at what time it will be 2:59.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So 2:59. So we'll talk to McVay and then we'll wrap. Okay, fine.
But we got a break.
Okay, so we'll take a break. Then we're coming back with Sean
Greg
McVay.
is like, why are
and
they
then there's no
confused?
crosstalk.
Cappy and I,
Oh, shut up! Shut up! You're not
Just
part of
shut
this
up.
show today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, I want to talk to you guys about the Southern California Toyota dealers. For as long as the Lakers have been around, they've been in business with Toyota, more than 50 years. Because year after year, Toyota delivers quality, reliability, and simply the best vehicles on the road. Choose from an amazing selection of new vehicles like the 2025 Land Cruiser, the all-new, powerfully refined 25 GR Corolla, or the limited 25th edition Highlander Hybrid. Great deals waiting for you now. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealers or visit Toyota.com. Toyota, we make it easy.
In Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Black Friday savings start now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. These are brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid SEO convenience for just $369 a month for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardinale Way Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or at CardinaleWayHyundai.com. $369 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Includes 10,000 miles per year, plus tax, license, and fees. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires 12/2/24.
Hey, it's Sedano. LA is the home of champions, so celebrate like a champion with Tequila Mandala. Award-winning artisanal small batch premium sipping tequila. Our friends at Tequila Mandala turning tequila fans into Tequila Mandala fanatics. Made from the finest mature agaves to bring you the perfect sipping tequila, from their Blanco to their flawless year extra añejo. Up your game with Tequila Mandala and experience the best award-winning premium tequila. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit tequilamandala.com for more details.
Hey, it's Mace here. Wait until you experience the NBA at the hottest, most amazing venue in LA. That is Cosm in Inglewood. It's called Immersive Shared Reality. It will look and feel like you are courtside. If you want to be at Cosm for live NBA action, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Use code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA game in November. Do not wait. Tickets go fast. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Are you having the holiday horrors trying to figure out the perfect gift for everyone on your list? It's terrifying, but guess what? I have the perfect gift you can give everyone. Hands-free Skechers slip-ins. That's right, they're the perfect gift for a mother, for a father, grandma, grandpa, for the kids, for a friend, for a coworker, for everybody. Because with Skechers slip-ins, they'll never have to touch their shoes again. Just step into them and they're on. With no bending down, no retying the laces, and you are good to go. Find Skechers slip-ins for the holidays at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
We've been talking about what a gigantic sports weekend this is, and it's also a gigantic weekend for 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. So, John, on Saturday, on the app, you can get USC football versus UCLA. You can get LAFC versus Seattle. You can get LA Kings hockey, and you can get the Lakers on the radio. But we'll have LAFC, USC, Lakers, and Kings all going on Saturday. On the radio, the Lakers, and everything else on the ESPN LA app and Crystal Digital Clear Audio. And joining us right now is the head coach of the Los Angeles Rams, momentarily here. The Rams, of course, coming off a victory over New England in New England on Sunday and getting ready for Philly on Sunday night. Coach Sean McVay is here. Sean, how are you, man?
Good. How are you guys doing?
We're excellent, Coach, and looking forward to this week, a real opponent. But let's talk about the New England game for a second. I thought they threw a lot. The Patriots threw, I think, 50 times against you guys. Was that because you guys did a good job of shutting down the run, or do you think that was their game plan from the beginning? They just thought to beat you, they had to throw that much?
I think it was a little bit of both. You know, they were in some 2-minute situations, and then, you know, we were able to be fairly efficient on some early downs, but I think it was their game plan. You know, we've had a really good pass rush. I think they want to try to be able to put some air in the formations and get the ball to their hand quickly and accentuate some of the stuff their young quarterback does well. And, you know, he's going to be a really good player, but I thought our defense made the plays when they had to. And there's some good learning ops for us to have opportunities to slam the door on that game earlier as well.
Sunday, a different offensive line combination was very, very effective. Bo Limmer back to center. Describe what's going on with the offensive line, and is Limmer there to stay?
Yeah, you know, we're going to go with the same approach this week. You know, there's a chance we could get Rob Havenstein back, but I thought Warren McClendon played really well at the right tackle position. I think what's important right now is, you know, trying to establish as much continuity as quickly as possible. And Bo's played a lot of center for us. There's a lot of intricacies that go on at that position, and so we were pleased with him. I thought it enabled us to be able to look like the offense that we want to be for the latter part of the season, and that's being able to present, you know, run and pass conflicts and be efficient and ultimately finish drives with touchdowns. And so that was definitely a step in the right direction.
So, Sean, we talked to Dave Roberts, the Dodger manager, a lot, and I always talk to him about outfielders, and I say, can you ask an outfielder, particularly a really good one, not to run into the wall? Or are they so competitive, if a ball's hit over their head, they're going to go for it every time and risk injury and run into the wall anyway? And Dave has given us a couple answers. He says most of the time you can't. They're too competitive. But if they've been in the league for a while, you can talk to them about playing it smarter. I thought about all that when Puka Nacua went down and got hurt. I don't want to take away his competitive nature because he's a physical player and that's what he's good at. But would he look at you like you were crazy if you asked him not to dive and not to use the ground almost as a trampoline when he plays? Is that even possible in football?
No, here's what I would say. I wouldn't ask him to do that when he's making unbelievable touchdowns laid out parallel to the ground.
Right.
I think what we've tried to do is educate him in some of the practice settings of limiting him beating the ground up and the ground beating him up. But I think probably similar to Coach Roberts, when you're in the heat of competition, you want to be smart, but man, you've got to react. And the athletic intuition that these guys have to be able to react and just trust their instincts in real time is what makes them great. You want to try to make sure that you're putting them in as many good spots as possible. But the other day, that ball beat him up good, but he was okay afterwards. So we'll take that touchdown any day.
So late in the game, you were in a situation where you had a chance to kick a field goal or attempt a field goal from about 52 yards. It would have given the Rams a 9-point lead. Tell me about the decision to punt instead of kick the field goal.
Yeah, really, I would have loved for us to be able to close it out with the conversion on the third down where, we got the ball batted on first down where we had a look, got a 4-yard gain on second down, and then had a chance for Matthew and Puka to connect and just end the game there. And, would have loved for that to have happened. Based on the flow of the game and where they would have received the ball if we didn't hit it, just felt like, hey, I thought Ethan Evans had done a good job of pinning them deep on the punt, knowing they needed a touchdown. That was what we felt like was the best percentage. I do think there's chances that Josh could hit that. We had missed that short one at the end of the first half, and so just sometimes you got to go with your gut. I got confidence in him to be able to respond, but what we felt like was going to give us the best opportunity to win, and it's subtly windy there too, with the direction you're going in Foxborough later on in the day. So it wasn't like just a gimme 52-yarder, and it was what we felt like was best, and doesn't mean that's the approach that we would always take if that situation arose again.
Okay, Coach, give me your opinion on this. Josh Carty's been great. He's had a really great season. He missed a short field goal the other day. Justin Tucker has missed 6 field goals. Over the weekend, Brandon Aubrey, who's been money in the bank, has missed field goals. Kickers across the league, really good professional kickers, are struggling this year. Why do you think that is? Is it just a coincidence, or has the special teams defense, like there was a blocked field goal that won a game this weekend, have the special teams defenses just gotten better?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's not exclusive to the kicker. I think when you look at it, it's a snap, hold, protection, and a kick, and there's a timing to it. I thought it was a huge extra point block that we had to keep it a 2-possession game when Michael Hoyt blocked their extra point to keep it at 9 points instead of making it a 28-20 game. So I think there's a combination of all the things that you're, alluding to, and I think each play is its own separate entity. But we've got confidence in Carty. Obviously, you mentioned Justin Tucker. He's arguably the best of all time. And so these things occur, and tough times don't last. Tough players and tough people do.
Colby Parkinson, Davis Allen have been playing tight end. Tyler Higbee has been on injured reserve. Is he close to coming back? Do you expect to see him soon?
I would say, I don't know exactly. I don't want to put a timeline on it, but, within the next couple weeks, I think we'll start to have some clarity. But he is working. He's making a positive influence on his teammates anytime that he's around leading, even if he's not on the field. But he's going to make his presence felt at some point this season. When exactly that is, I'll probably have a little bit more clarity for you guys in the upcoming weeks.
Sean, really good test for your guys this week. The Eagles are coming in. They're great on both sides of the ball. They got good skill wide receivers. They might have the most effective running back in the NFC in Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts is a beast. What concerns you the most about Philly?
All the guys you just mentioned. They're checking all the boxes. There's a reason why they're as hot as anybody in the league, winning 6 in a row, playing really good team football. And they've got great players, great schemes, great coaching, all the things that you're looking for in terms of the ingredients that make up a great team. And so this is what you love about the NFL, great challenges, great opportunities to rise up, have a great week of preparation, and see if we can, be at our best when our best is required. And that certainly is what's going to be required on Sunday night. And let's go swing and see what the hell happens.
So Philly's got this tush-push thing that they do. That's just impossible to defend, isn't it? There's nothing you can do to stop them, or is there?
Well, it's pretty high. It's a pretty high clip that they, efficiently execute at.
Yes, it is.
There's ways that you can hopefully try to limit it, but I'd say one of the ways you limit it is you don't get too many of those red zone, tight yard, short yardage situations where that thing comes up. But they're a nightmare to defend in a lot of areas, and the tush push. I've gotten more questions on the tush push today than anything else.
Well, you know what?
We want to see it.
Coach, why don't we do it? Why doesn't everybody do the tush push?
I've seen a lot of teams try it. It looks very different. I think there's a commitment to it. I think Jeff Stoutland, I think they're built for it. And it's like anything else. You want to, have an identity. They've committed to that, and it's been a strength of theirs, and they do it better than anybody else. There's no doubt about it.
All right, Sean, last thing for me, and it's kind of a dumb one, which I know you're used to from us. Would you rather play on Sunday night or Monday night, or is there no difference?
Sunday night. I'd rather keep as much normalcy as possible. You get on Monday night, at least on Sunday night, there's other games. My preference would be to kick off early and get the games going. Wake up and go. I love those East Coast trips where you get up and it's 10 a.m. in your head and you're playing quickly and you don't have time to sit around and get a chance to just get up and go compete. Sometimes the waiting around, it's like you're hurrying up to wait all day. So my preference would always be to kick off as early as possible.
All right, so here's my dumb one. You're obviously in the heat of the season, right in the thick of a race to make the playoffs. When does the Christmas tree go up at the McVay house? Is there such a thing as too early? When are you going to do that? When does the family do that?
You know what? My wife is she's very festive, so. I walked in the house the other day and she hadn't put the ornaments up, but she's got the lights going.
Wow.
And the Christmas tree is up. So, it is, pre-Thanksgiving is what Veronica McVay would say. And you know what? I have no say, so I'm good with that.
I was going to say, don't hang on to her, Coach. She's checking a lot of boxes here. Hey, go get the Eagles.
Yeah.
We're really, really rooting for you. Can't wait to see you play Sunday. Go get a win.
Let's go, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Coach Sean McVay there. By the way, you mentioned the kicking. Actually, Josh Carty's been pretty shaky.
But look at him early. He didn't miss a kick for like the first 7 weeks.
I know, but they are 26th in field goal conversions and 28th in extra point conversions.
Right, but don't you like him as a kicker, or would you rather see somebody else do it?
Well, I definitely want somebody who makes those kicks. I want somebody who makes that little chip shot in that game because that was
right.
huge.
But I there's something about Carty that I like. I don't know what it is. I like him. But same thing with Dicker, the kicker, the Chargers kicker. I think they're both. So what you don't want is what I have. I have on my fantasy team, I have Justin Tucker, who, as Sean McVay said, is probably the greatest ever to do it.
Yep.
He's missed 6 makeable field goals and a couple of extra points in the last 4 weeks. And you can't – he's Justin Tucker, so you can't question him. And you can't replace him.
Bergman.
I mean, Cappy's here. Cappy, come in here.
Because there's a lot of –
but I want to ask him about kicking.
Yeah, there's a lot of this thought out there that by passing on the 52-yard field goal that would have put the game on ice, would have been a 9-point game at that point. The fact that he didn't go to him indicates that he's very, very shaky on Carty. If you're not, you've got to be able to kick frankly, 57, 58, 60-yard field goal now. He missed a chip shot, and then he didn't go to him on a 52. To me, that's a lack of confidence.
That's happening around the league. And for people who don't know, Scott Kaplan, who just walked in.
Oh, hey, Cappy.
Was a college kicker at Pittsburgh. Had a
Hall of Fame kicker.
Had a cup
Hall
of
of
coffee
Fame.
in the NFL.
Not a Pitt Hall of Famer, though. No.
Cappy, number one, 50-yard field goals are more common now than they've ever been. Why?
Because the kickers are better athletes than they were back when I was playing.
Okay, and so why are they struggling on the short ones?
Are they struggling on the short ones?
Like that. We were just talking to McVay. Carty missed a short one. Justin Tucker's missed 6 makeable field goals, and like the last one.
Evan McPherson missed 2.
Yeah, I have a theory.
Those aren't short, though. 48 and 52, those used to be 50-50
What
kicks.
Carty missed was 27.
Yeah.
Well, and Carty,
Cap, I have a theory, though. Let me throw it at you and tell me if I'm nuts. Somebody said, was it the Bears that got they were going to beat the Packers and they had a 45-yard field goal on the Packers block?
Block, yep.
Okay, and the special teams coach for the Packers said before the game, if we don't block a field goal or an extra point, I'm going to be shocked. So he saw something in the game. I think the defense is getting better against these kickers. Am I wrong?
Like you look at what Kansas City did against Denver a few weeks ago.
Yeah, won a game on a blocked field goal.
Right, they game planned that.
That one was short too, I think.
But it was also very obvious to see. There was all this analysis and data that the guy who was playing the left tackle position for Denver on 70% of their field goal attempts, he ended the play on his ass. So they were looking at this and they're going, this guy's always on the ground. Why is he always on the ground? And so the Chiefs were able to study the film and say, we're going after their weak link. We're going to load up here and we're going to go after their weak link. And most guys on the offensive line side are like, okay, there's kind of like a little bit of an unwritten gentleman's agreement.
Right.
That the kick comes down to the guy behind us. It doesn't come down to what goes on up here.
Right.
But when guys sell out and they go for the block, if the guy on the offensive side thinks there's a gentleman's agreement and the guys from the other side are selling out, they can go get it. In the case of Cardi, he missed a short field goal. I want to say it was at the end of the first half.
Yeah, that was the 27-yarder.
And it was a ball that hit off the upright.
He pushed it, didn't he?
I thought he hit the upright.
He did hit the upright.
Right. So, that's like an inch. It's literally a matter of an inch or two for him missing that field goal. I tend to disagree. I don't know what Sean just said, but your whole point, Mace, about them choosing to punt rather than kick the field goal, yes, if they make the field goal, the game's over.
Right, and a 52 should be pretty automatic in the National Football League.
Hand him great
you hand him great field.
Right.
But doesn't that mean he does have confidence in Cardi?
Not necessarily. Let me present another side of this, which is, hey, look, they've got a rookie quarterback. They don't have any real great playmakers on offense. They haven't exactly lit the world up here offensively, being New England. So why don't we pin them deep and try and put this game into the hands of our defense, rather than take the risk of missing the field goal or getting the field goal blocked, and then all of a sudden New England's got good field position or momentum. Did you ask him about this?
Yes.
And did he say that?
He said flow of the game, felt like that was the right to turn it over to the defense. Exactly. That's exactly what he said. Now, Cardi is at the bottom of both field goal and extra point percentage.
What is his field goal?
He is 80% on field goals.
And what's the numbers? I mean, is it 4 out of 5?
I think it's 16 of 20.
Okay.
Does that sound right? And then he's only 90% in extra points.
And extra points are how far now?
32.
Yeah.
28th in the league in extra points.
So 28th, but he's 90%. So again, what's his numbers? Is he 30 for 32? Is he 40 for 45? I'm just trying to figure out what he is at 90%. It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, extra points should not be missed.
No, shouldn't be missed.
But I'll bet you that if you go and you look at everybody in the NFL, I'm sure there's the top guys probably have missed some PATs here and there.
Well, he's not Brent Maher.
Missed everything.
But I do get nervous when he lines up.
The thing is, he's a rookie, and
I know.
And they went and drafted him because they thought he was really good. And they've got to just take a little bit of a lump with a rookie kicker. Didn't he kick a game-winning walk-off, like 50-something yarder
earlier
a few
in the
weeks
season?
ago?
And he did it at Stanford, too.
Yeah.
And you were talking about before the season that you loved this guy, and then even at the first few weeks of the season, we got a kicker.
I'm very results-oriented.
Of course.
You can't miss a 27-yard field goal in a game when you're scrapping for a playoff spot.
They still won that
They
game.
did win the game. But the fact that he didn't go for it at 52 yards makes me think that he doesn't really have confidence in him.
Yeah, I see this one slightly differently, Mace. I just happen to see this one as if you go for a 52-yard – look, put it this way. If it's a 42-yard field goal, that's automatic all day long. 52 is probably today – it used to be a 50-50 proposition. Today it's probably more like a 75-25 proposition. Right. But if you miss the field goal and you give them the ball on the 42-yard line or the 42-yard line – You're giving them really good field position.
Right. Oh, no, I get that.
And I don't remember, but I think New England did start that drive deep in their own territory because the punt worked.
That's true. They pinned him back a little bit. Yeah. So,
but I hear what you're saying. I mean, I understand why you're a little nervous.
Yeah, because I would have liked to have the game on ice instead of sweat it out while New England's on a drive.
That makes it more fun, Mace, when you have to really be into it all the way to the end of the game.
You think